muted my mic. Come here. Come here. We're gonna. Sanchorka, thank you for the resub. Come here. Come here. I went. Where are you going? No, that's not a real bed. Okay, well he's gone now. I tried. Anyways, hi everybody. Sanchorka coming right at the start and having everybody hydrate before the shenanigans begin. Everybody drink some water. Carl, thank you for the resub. I gotta get my stuff. I was too busy trying to make a drink and then trying to get a dog to follow me. I was partially. You can't look sad. You can't look sad. You can't do that. Come here. I will give you love. Okay, well you're at least back there. Okay, we'll do this. He's at least back in that. So, oh, look at the baby. How's everybody doing? It is Wednesday, my dudes. Sorry I couldn't stream on Monday. My dice betrayed me, and I super needed them to not. So, I spent my evening redoing molds, and then doing my bookkeeping, because I realized that I had just imagined real good that I had done my February accounting. And it turns out I hadn't. So that was fun. It's all caught up now, though, so. Got work things out of the way so we could be here for Persona Night. I figured you guys would be better, you'd be more okay with me having to cancel a Monday stream than having to cancel a Persona. So that was the trade-off. Let's see. Retweeting. Do the Twitters. Do the Twitters. If I'd had more time, I would have absolutely fucked with my profile picture and my logo to crank the saturation up and just make it painful to look at. How about that fucking Rooster Teeth logo? Holy shit. Holy shit. It's so bad. It's so bad. And I'm impressed, actually, because, like, the one thing they consistently kind of do well for all their failings is graphic design. And then they outsourced it to somebody else. And it was bad. I should have taken a picture. I'm all cute with my wig. You guys are going to watch me selfie. No, we're not going to do that, actually. No pictures. Just tweets. Is very full. There we go. Done. Nailed it. Got it. Griff. Oh, who's a good boy. He looked right at the camera. That was incredible. All right. Yay, crowd control. What do you mean crowd control? I killed that tag. What are you talking about? What? No. Is something showing? Oh, I still have the crowd control extension turned on. Nobody do any funny business while I turn that off. I knew I forgot something. Oh, Griff left. Goodbye. All right. Fun fact about crowd control on Saturday. What button? That one. The extension didn't want to activate. It took me over an hour of uninstalling and reinstalling stuff to get it to actually connect and turn on. So I got real nervous for a bit there. Yeah. Oh no, Sassy, that sucks. Oh, the hype train is close though. We got 40-something seconds. So everybody else wants to do something shenanigansy. Let's see. Catching up. We're watching comfort movies. Okay, that's valid. That's valid. Hey, I love this wig. And my hair, I looked like an absolute trash goblin today, which was fine. When, like, so the part of the reason I look like a trash goblin today is because, like, I'm holding down the fort solo for TurboDork. Because the company, TurboDork, is at Adepticon right now. Hey, Warburg, thank you for the bits! And now we got Hype Train! Choo-choo! Look at that beautiful Hype Train. Yay, thank you! So, at Adepticon, and so I'm holding down the fort by myself, doing all of the stuff. And I was like, cool, I won't see any humans today. So I did, like, usually when I go in, like, it's just Greg and Meredith, and they're chill, and, like, I know them super well. Like, I'm gonna be in their wedding levels of, like, know them super well. And I'm, like, really comfortable around them, and it's like, we're just making paint, and it's just the three of us, so I've gotten to the point where it's like, I don't do my makeup. I put my hair up in a bun, so it's out of the way, and I'll put eyebrows on, and I will put some mascara on, just so I look like I have eyes, because I'm, like, wearing a mask, and so I just have a Voldemort thing going on, just no facial features, so it's like, I'll do that, but I was like, there's not gonna be anybody there today, so I'm not even gonna do that. Well, as it turns out, as it stands, Greg went to Adepticon, and Meredith stayed back, because they have a kitty who's got some kind of health concerns, and she just was like, I want to stay here and keep an eye on them, which, like, valid. But she did pop into the building today to just, like, say hi, and, like, have a quick chat. And so I was like, uh-oh. I was so trash goblin that not only was, like, I had nothing on my face, my hair was just, like, I just had, like, pigtail. I looked absurd. Because, like, I'm not gonna see any humans. I don't give a shit. And I had, like, a weird acne thing I was doing, so I had, like, one of those little heart, like, acne patches on my face, and she just walks in, I'm like, God damn it. And then by the time I got home, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna be on stream, I gotta do makeup and stuff, my hair was just like, nah, you goblined this morning. We're not behaving now. So I was like, a wig it is. And this one was already in my office. So this is one we went with. So there we go. I do really like this one though. It needs a little TLC. It needs a good combing through and some conditioning, but it's good. Thankfully, Persona 5 is not on the list of crowd control games. Can you imagine? What would that even be? Hi, Zoo. Oh my god. Oh, so I know we talked about, like, hey, I saw, like, Hollow Knight is on the crowd control list. I was like, maybe I should, like relearn how to play that, and we could do that someday. So after the crowd control stream, I was like, I had the crowd control, like, thing open. So I was like, oh, let me just, like, check. I wanted to check what the Pokemon stuff was, because, like, what does that even mean? And I was like, I wanted to check what, like, the Hollow Knight options were. Guys, we're never doing Hollow Knight crowd control. We're not doing it. That is easily one of the circles of hell. Oh, Ashley's out for blood tonight, in case you missed that in the chat, so, like, behave yourselves. Okay. Oh, there's still a minute and a half of hype train. We're, like, so close to level 2. We had a level 8 hype train during crowd control. That was awesome. We'll get to crowd control in a bit. Let's see. Catching up. So yeah, so I opened up Pokemon. Pokemon is, like, a whole bunch of, like, you can inflict status ailments. And you can, like, give the player random Pokemon. So it just fills up their inventory and fills up their boxes. Or you can give them, like, specific Pokemon. So you could just, like, give somebody, like, a whole party of Magikarp. Just, like, fuck them up. So I was like, I don't understand how... Oh, and you can also just, like, teleport them. Just be like, you're in Pallet Town now. Just... Oh, you're, like, going into your final boss fight for, like, Elite Four? You're actually in Cerulean City. Enjoy. We've also disabled Fly. Like, fucking... I was like, that looks insane. Hollow Knight... There's a ton of options. And the ones that made me have the most, like, physical reaction were, one, you can turn off Pogo. So, like, normally in a Hollow Knight, like, if you do, like, essentially, like, a downward strike, you're, like, in the air and you try to hit something on the way down, there's recoil. And so you can kind of, like, bounce a little bit. It keeps you from, one, landing on the hurdy thing. And two, it also is, like... a mechanism to, like, get up to higher plate. You can just turn off Pogo. So if you go to, like, downward hit something, you won't bounce off of it. You just go down and land on it. And I was like, that's awful. That's awful. I don't even know, like, if you turn that off during Watcher nights, like, you can't, you die. You just die. You just die. There's an area you have to, like, pogo across spikes. Nah, you're not doing that anymore. What? There's also, you could just straight up be like, nudge to the left or nudge to the right. You could just move me. You could just move me. What? No! Absolutely not. So we're never doing the Hollow Knight one. There was another one that was pretty bad. Oh, you could also, activate hover. So like, whenever you turn on this thing, wherever I am, up and down, I'm there. I can move left and right. I cannot change my height at all. So then you're just like chilling. You're just chilling. You're stuck there. It's fucking terrible. We're not doing it. Sorry. All right, Ashley, is you all capital letters acne patches? Do you not know what these are? Like what is the question? I don't know if there's a question here. I am definitely a forever goblin. Hi, Kayla. Crowd control help with the capture card. Yeah, all right. We got several things to talk about. I do need to update my Ko-fi. We got to talk about the capture card thing. And we'll talk about crowd control. First of all, crowd control is a bunch of fun. Thank you all so much for being there and for throwing your points, for throwing your bits, for all of that. I super appreciate it. Capture card is still on the horizon. What that is most likely going towards, it looks like, is so both the dogs are on a medication, have been on it for a very long time, because they have, like, the best way I can describe it is severe allergies. Like bad allergies. And the only treatment we've been able to find is like, that works, is like kind of expensive, but we're like, if it keeps them comfortable and happy, like we'll do it. Well, we just went to go order more of it and the prices increased, I'm not kidding, 50%. So it cost us, I think it was just shy of $700 for a 3-month supply. So crowd control, help make my dogs not so itchy they bleed. So thank you for that. Yeah. Capture card is still on the horizon. I would like to get a capture card at some point. I think I talked to the mods a bit about this before. I still need to get a capture card because there are console things I want to do. For the new Breath of the Wild, I don't think I'm gonna stream that, which sounds weird because Zelda's like my whole thing, but I'm so looking forward to finding out more about that story that the risk of someone accidentally or an asshole coming in to do it intentionally to come in and ruin it, I was like, I can't do that. I will be so upset. So I'm not gonna stream the new Breath of the Wild. Or at least not my first playthrough of it. Like, I might, like, fucking binge it, get all the bits I want to get, and then, like, maybe we can, like, adventure on it a little bit. But I am, I think, gonna keep that experience for myself. To the point where, like, I've even actually, like, I'm taking off of work. I'm actually, like I put it on the calendar at Toberdork and everything. I'm gonna literally not go to work. I'm not gonna work on dice, I'm not gonna do that, and I'm just gonna sit and I'm gonna play a video game that I'm excited about. I can't remember the last time I did that. I can't remember the last time I played a game just for me. And, like, take time to do it, so I'm excited. It's gonna be good. So yeah, so there we go. Catching up. Sassy. Oh no, I did my makeup when I got home from work to be on stream. So I was a goblin for most of the day, but I was like, no, we're doing this. 5k subs would be a Hollow Knight rando. So I would entertain Hollow Knight rando. I don't know if I would entertain Hollow Knight crowd control. You know what, for 5k, if we got 5,000 fucking subs, sure. 5,000 subs, I will attempt a Hollow Knight crowd control. I do not promise finishing the game, but we'd boot it up and we'd give it a solid couple hours of trying. I would do that. Acne patches, they're like little patches for your skin that like have like a bunch of like acne treatment stuff on it, and they're like sticky and have like tea tree oil and like whatever. And there's like invisible ones that are supposed to be like kind of like help hide it and give you like a base to like put makeup on. But there's also just like cute ones that are like, I have some that are like pink little hearts, but I also used to have some that are like these light blue little clouds and stars and stuff. They're just like cute and adorable. And usually it's like you clean your face and then you like pop it on there when you're going to bed. But this one appeared overnight for me. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna see anybody at work today, so I'll put it on during the day. So yeah, no, they're great. They're very effective. I'll take a picture of the package of the stuff that I use in case you want to find it. But yeah, I just get it at like our grocery store. It's a full-time happy helper during this season. You really were. Some of y'all were fucking chaos incarnate, and some of y'all were literal guardian angels, and I super appreciate that. And you're taking time off. Oh, Ashley, you're gonna super love this. Not only am I taking time off for, this is another good thing to talk about, I guess. Not only am I taking time off for Zelda, which is also very funny. So, it drops on whatever is like May 13th, May 12th, something like whatever that Friday is. And I felt really bad because I was like, I want to just play this a whole bunch. And like Jeff's birthday is on the 15th, and I was like, I'm gonna like clearly on his birthday, I will like stop playing and we'll go do dinner and like whatever it is he wants to do for his birthday. And I was like, oh, I want to play the game. And like 2 days ago, he's like, hey, so heads up, I've figured out like what my work travel is coming up. He goes, and the only week that works for me to go do the monthly thing I have to do in May is the week of my birthday, so I won't be here for my birthday. I'm sorry. And I was like, oh no. It's like, we'll do stuff before he leaves or after he gets back. But I was like, I don't have to feel bad. Anyways, it was very funny. Let's see. So yes, so I'm taking time off to play it. But also, he yelled at me for not taking time off to like, in general. And he's like, it's good you're taking time off to like play the game, but I also know you and you will probably work on dice things. He's like, you can take time off and like go somewhere. So we're still figuring out dates, but there will be like a 5-day period where we're gonna go and do something and not be here. So I'm not only just taking time off in May, I'm taking time off twice in the next like 2 or 3 months. It's fucking bonkers. I gotta make up for the fact that I haven't taken time off in like 3 years, so. Alright, catching up. Yes, poor puppers indeed. They get so itchy. We tried, there was another medication the vet recommended that we tried switching to, and we tried that last year. And we did just Griff at first, and we're like, okay, let's try this other thing. Within 4 days, he was already scratching himself till he bled and had the most raging ear infections I've ever seen. And we're like, nope, okay, go back to the other stuff. Because, like, the other thing would have been cheaper. It's, like, still expensive, but cheaper. And we're like, it doesn't matter if it's less expensive if it doesn't work. So, expensive pills it is. I would love a package of the, oh yeah, sure, yeah, I'll post it in the general Discord then for anybody. God, there's a lot of birthdays around there. Yeah, lots of May birthdays. What's 9 months before May? I gotta do math. Say all the parents celebrating their kids going back to school? Is that how that happens? Yeah, that's the other message to take from me taking time off. I will be abandoning you a little bit. But I need to. God, I need to. I know I need to. I forgot to ban you. No, we're not going to another country. I don't want to say where we're going, just because this is the internet. You'll know after, for sure. But we are going somewhere. Mally's gonna come and stay with the dogs, so they will be well taken care of. Alright, I'm finally caught up on chat. I think that's all I got. I have things. I have notices on my phone. I don't care about any of them. We're okay. Everything's... Oh, God! Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. New dice are coming on Saturday. I'm excited about a lot of them. I'm really excited people like my lore horror stuff. I've been really jazzed. There was someone, another maker in the tabletop space. Because a lot of people, like, same thing with me, just have, like, their addresses autofill on websites. And so, like, if they've got a company, it says it's, like, anytime I order anything at this point, it'll always say my name and then Long Dog Dice on it. And it does a lot for a lot of other people. So even if I don't know their actual real life names, I can see Stitch and Seam and, like, whatever. And so there was someone else in the space that I've not, like, super interacted with, but, like, I'm aware of their stuff. Because they don't make dice or even dice bags or dice trays. They do, like, other things. And, they ordered a mug. I saw it pop up on my thing. I saw their company name on it. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And so, I, like, hit the thing that I have to hit to, like, get it for printful to fulfill it, and the thing happened or whatever. They sent me a message on Twitter after they got it. And they were like, hey, I ordered your mug. I just need you to know this is my favorite fucking thing on the planet, and it's beautiful, and I love it. And I was like, I'm so happy, number one, that you had that reaction, and number two, you had that reaction strongly enough that you were like, I need to go tell her. I live for that shit. Every time I send anything off, I'm like, if they hated it, I would get a message being like, what is this garbage? So it's like, not hearing anything means it's probably fine. But there's still constant anxiety being like, maybe they got it and went, it's not enough to complain, but I'm never gonna do shit again or whatever. So, like, having somebody take the time to be like, yo, I got this and it's great is phenomenal. And it made me very, very happy. Hi, Farron! Thank you. I like this style. I want to get this style, but, like, get another color. And I think that'll be my wig for my next D&D character. I already have the I would say I already have the horns, so you're gonna be like, excuse me? Let me be clear. I don't know what this character is. I know nothing. But Storyteller Cosplay does dope resin horns in a bunch of different styles. And, like, back when I played my very first, like, major character, and it was a tiefling, I was like, I need to do, like, a cosplay thing. I was like, I want to get some of those horns. And now, like, she's somebody, because she's another resin artist, and, like, we just talk. I still keep an eye on all her horn shop drops. And there was a set she did at one point that I was like, I need these. I don't know what I'm going to use them for yet, but I need them. So I have horns, and I'm like, I'm going to build a character based on these at some point. Well, I don't know if they'll show up. I don't think they're going to show up because there's a lot of, like, bluey green in it, so it'll probably... Oh, it is showing up. There we go. So we got this. And so right now it's just a smooth surface. I've got hair clips that I'll attach to this, but I want to make sure I get the angles right on it. Yeah, so it's got, like, all the cool, like, wispies and stuff in it, and there's, like, gold and whatever. So I was like, shit, I'm making a tiefling or something, and there's two of them, and then I can attach it to a wig and, like, do some shit like this, and it's gonna be great. So I was like, I want this kind of hair, I think, with this, but I just gotta pick a color. They're very, very pretty. Anyway, yeah, if a mod can figure out who I was talking about and wants to drop a thing in the chat. Yeah, Storyteller Cosplay. The woman who runs it, Sonia, is a lovely human being. She also started selling, like hats, like the kind of, like, flat-brimmed hats that have, like, the horns, like, attached to them. They're very cool. Anyways, horns. Yay, Liz with the link. Hi, cutie. I was like, I could have called you Cryptid, but I was like, no, this is more fun. Yeah, her horns are absolutely gorgeous. She does, like, short little ones and, like, long crazy ones, and I like the succubus horns. I like the little curve in them. I shared the little horse stuff with Adam's Discord. Yay! Liz, what else did I make that's more Zarya dice? I know you were upset about the ones that I painted the lightning on. What else did I do? For Ren Fair, my friends and I are all dressing as our characters. I'm gonna go and try. We did that for the Ren Fair last spring. I went as Gwen and Jeff went as Nico. It was fucking awesome. That wig was not meant for wearing it for 8 hours outside in the heat, but it was awesome. We got some fun pictures from it. Let's see. Meat food. Oh my god. Do you think Carl's getting Chinese again? Isla! Thank you! Thank you so much. Yeah, you're a year out from the nice number. Super appreciate that. 57 months. That's so many months. We've made jokes about how I've been streaming for too long. And it occurred to me the other day, I was like, I don't actually remember... I remember what my first stream was, but I couldn't remember when it was. I was like, how do you even look that up? And I had to go down a fucking rabbit hole. And I found the date of my very first stream. Guys, I've been doing this for way too long. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna wait until it's like the anniversary day and we're gonna drop that, but like, fuck. I've spent too much of my life on the internet. That's many things. Stormborn. Yeah, that was, that D20 was a proof of concept test for actually, yeah, it was a proof of concept test for a commission, so that's where I got the idea for that core that became the one I painted the lightning on, is I did that D20 that's gonna be up this weekend as a test of a concept, and I went, oh, I love how the blue and the gray swirl together. I'm gonna use that for other things. So I did that for that lightning core. I did that. I think that was also the basis for the set from the last update that was called Tempest. It's a beautiful concept and I love it. But yeah, that one had gold bits in it. That was kind of testing how the gold would behave. And it didn't do what I wanted it to, and it like stuck more to like the number crevices than anything else, so that kind of made it a little bit difficult to work with, but overall it was a good proof of concept test, and so we did a version of that for the actual commission one where I did much less gold, and it worked out pretty well. You had Chinese on Monday. That's not saying you're not going to get it again tonight. Just got a notification it's humid outside. It's raining. Okay, fun fact. We're just going to talk until James gets here at this rate. Fun thing I learned about humidity is that measurement in like a weather report or whatever, where it's like, it's 53% humidity or whatever. It's not a measure of how much moisture is in the air, which is what it should be. Because I was like, I don't understand how when they're like, it's 70% humidity, I'm like, it's raining, it's 100%. What are you fucking talking about? Because it came up because I saw a thing where somebody was like, it's literally 0 degrees out, and it says it's like 80% humidity. What does that fucking mean? So it is a measurement of how much moisture is in the air, but it's a measurement of how much moisture is in the air relative to how much moisture the air could potentially hold at that point. So like, it scales entirely with temperature. And it's like, okay, the air is this dense and has the ability to hold this much moisture. And so it's actually holding 53% of that. So therefore, today's humidity is 53%. That's so useless. That's like, here's the temperature outside, but here's what it is with the wind chill. And I'm like, I don't care what the temperature is then. I want to know what it feels like. I have to dress for what it does, how my body's going to react to it. Tell me that. And now it turns out humidity is the same fucking thing. This is not an actual useful number. So you can have 70% humidity. 70% humidity, there's a reason when you're like, it doesn't feel that humid out when it's got a stupid high number, but it's like 40 degrees out. You're like, what does that even mean? It's because it can't hold a bunch, but it's holding a lot. It's holding as much as it can. It's like, it's trying real hard. It just can't hold more. So that's the number you get. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, Oh, the Simulacrum set I really love. That one also is one of the ones I put up in my pre-order stuff, which I'm not doing a pre-order for that stuff this month. I'm doing Void pre-orders. But only like a couple slots because Voids suck to make. They suck so much to make. Which is why I keep I've got like 3 sets that I like poured a while ago that I've just been putting off polishing forever because it fucking sucks. But I'm like, I need to do it. Just need to do it. So maybe if I'm lucky, those will be the colors that get pre-ordered and then they're just done. But yeah, Simulacrum is one that it's kind of like the sister to Power Word Kill, where I was like, I want like red and gold and with the black. And this one's blue and silver with the black. So it works out pretty well. So yeah, the air is trying her best. Anyways, I think it was Hank Green who informed me about humidity. So thanks. I'm 2 training days away from my 5K. Oh my god, good luck! I did a 5K exactly once, because Jeff bullied me into doing it. And I've never done it again. Don't intend to. Do you know the percentage chance of rain isn't actually that? It's the about of rain in that particular kind. What is that? What are those words? So, oh, Carl, that's one of the ones it's on my desk. I did the first part of the polishing over the course of this last week. I'm working on it. Is there? Hank Green inform me of roast beef Furby. Somebody ban Joe, please, real quick. Been training for 5 weeks. Super proud of the progress I made. Good! No, that's awesome! Congratulations. I did one of the Couch to 5K programs when we did the 5K. It was a zombie run. It's like, it's one of those things that I was like, I can do it. I know I can do a 5K. I just can think of other things I'd like to do with that 30 to 40 minutes that involve not, exerting myself. If I run 3 miles, I shouldn't just be where I started. I need to have gotten somewhere. Oh, thanks, Joe, for banning yourself. I appreciate it. I wish I could see the full log of like how many times a particular username has been banned and unbanned, because the one for whoever owns the name Joe would have to be hilarious at this point. I think that's enough talking for now. I'll save the rest of the talking for when James is here, because I do actually have things on my list that I'm excited about. I got my controller. Let's do the things. Why does that keep happening? It keeps muting my mic. I need to look into that. That's weird. All right, well, that should be working now. I've been jumping on a mini trampoline sometimes when I get bored. Hell yeah! Been doing that a few days for 2 weeks. I had an event yesterday where I had to walk quickly up 3 flights of stairs. I only got too winded to continue after 2.5 flights. All right, there you go, progress! Yeah, jumping is fucking exhausting. There was an event we did for, way back in the day, when I was running the RT Michigan group. We did, one of our, like, hey, everybody get together events was at a trampoline park. And when I was putting it together, I was like, man, you could only, like, book, like a 20 or 30 minute, like, thing. I was like, that kind of sucks. And I got 8 minutes in and I went, I'm dying. And I was, like, pretty fit at that point, because I had just, like, I think that was around the same time I, like, did the 5K, and I was still, like, very much actively, like, working out, like, routinely, like, with a personal trainer at the gym, and I was like, I'm, like, in shape. And 8 minutes in a fucking trampoline park had all of us going, what is happening? My heart is protesting. Alright, we're gonna load this file. The instructions I have from James is, oh, do I have to, I don't, oh, I just dropped off what's-her-face, is what happened here. Okay, no, that's not what I want. I need to look at, the Mementos quest to see which ones I still need to get names for. Can I only do that at the hideout? Or can I do that from here somewhere? Oh, this is, this? Yay, there it is. Okay, got it. So this one says ID'd. We have got 2 question marks. Or ask around Yongin for information. Okay, so we're gonna go there and try to find out about cats. And then in Kichijoji at night. Okay, it's just after school. So we're gonna... just here. We're going here. Got it. Oh, it'd be raining. Is there... Okay, well, I'll see what I can find out. So I don't think this will eat up time.
I don't like all this rain.
I also don't know if I can talk to anybody and get information while it's raining. Why does it let me go back here if there's nothing here? That feels like a... Okay, I don't want to go to the station. Because it's raining, I don't know if anybody's hanging out outside, so that might mean I can't do it. If someone who actually... Am I wasting my time running around like this? Oh, hey, what's in here? I need to buy books.
Oh, what do you want?
Yeah, give me some snacks. Just to get back for work, where she says, yeah, heart. Yay! Heart. Heart, Jess. That's an orthopedic clinic. Okay. I'm gonna guess I can't ask around about the cats, unless it's supposed to be in the station. I don't... I'm purely gonna look at the map now. What is...
Easily manipulated.
Whoa. Okay, what do you got? Secondhand shop.
How can I help you?
A retro game set? Does that actually do anything? Oh! Is that a gift? Or is that a thing for me? Oh, and this is... Okay. Well... I think I give up. Retro game set is for you. Okay, thank you! Yeah, apparently I already got the DVD player. For what reason, I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna guess I can't talk to people about the cats unless I'm supposed to do that at the station. I would absolutely take clarification here from somebody. Like, if I can progress that right now, I will. But I don't want to keep running around if it's not gonna do anything. I don't think anything happens down here. You're unable to because of the rain. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Alright. So, we will leave. Okay, so then the other one was specifically at night. Can I do... The fact that I've got after school time where I'm running around is a bit wild to me. Can I do the bathhouse? Because it is raining. Fuck! Alright. So... I guess I'll just go study? Because I don't know what else to do to take advantage of the rain. I don't think I've got anything else I can progress right now. Oh, what's this? Oh, that one we know. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go study. Diner. Diner? Diner. Yes, do it.
Oh,
I have a increasingly hard time getting guts, so we'll do a surprise Sando. It's so much sandwich.
for real?
I can go talk to the airsoft guy because my guts went up. I forgot about that. Okay, we can go do that at some point. Oh, fuck yeah.
All right.
Shit.
Want to head back?
I'm getting smart, yo. I only just got guts up to 2. Fuck. All right. Oh, my phone went pee-pee. Have you heard anything from... You haven't heard anything from the student council president, have you? This honor student must be busy kissing ass somewhere. You don't have to be so harsh. Well... What is this about a student council president? One of our souls kind of been keeping tabs on us. I think she's suspicious of us. Well, probably because we also talk loudly about what we're doing. Are you sure it's not merely a result of Ryuji's general misconduct? I mean, that is fair. To be honest, the 3 of you most certainly stand out. What with not looking like every other no-faced, brown-haired NPC. I mean, Liz, I did ask what I should do. I did ask, because I was like, I don't know what to do at this point. So. The list of stuff I had, I cannot do. Yeah, I know. My broad shoulders, are you hitting on me? What's up? Don't worry. It's fine.
The others kind of overshadow you sometimes, but don't forget, you're famous too.
No, stop!
Just make sure you're careful, okay?
Oh my god! Is it... Why... It was making...
Hey, inmate!
No... No... I don't wanna...
Listen well.
Oh, that's more threatening. Okay.
Then...
Alright. Well, shit. You're talking to, they sounded really noisy. If you're being summoned somewhere, you should probably get going. I wanted to... No, I guess... I wanna...
Got time right now?
Yeah, I want... Okay. No, because your thing's not gonna get any better. It's not raining anymore. Let's... Okay. I wonder if even at nighttime I might be able to get more information about the cats. Okay, no, that's that exit. That's where I came. I'm so angry!
It's somewhere.
Nope, that's not that button. Oh, I can do this here? Interesting. I would like... Okay, maybe there's nobody out right now. What is this? Examine. Yeah, I know there's no... I mean, there might be reasons to go this way. Alright. No, nothing. Alright, I fucking give up. Let's go here. What the fuck was that beat?
Hey, hey!
Oh, it's because of money. Alright, Harmony Alley. Oh, and you're also here. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I think that's gonna progress time. What the fuck is Harmony Alley? I also need... Legit question. Is there anywhere in whatever this, Kichijoji. I keep trying to switch where the I's and the O's are. But I can buy more books. Old man making trouble. Oh, man.
Hey!
He's a sake reporter? That's awesome. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Takes drinks from strangers? Well, that's fucking bold. It's trouble, he causes a ruckus and tries to mooch money off people. What's creepy is the more trouble he makes, the wider his smile gets. Oh. I don't like that. Got a name? Old man's always shouting his name over and over. Of course he is. Alright.
Okay.
Got it. It's around my dad's age. That doesn't give him a free pass. When he complains about his joints hurting on rainy days, I can't help but feel sorry for the old man. Okay, like, but also, is he complaining just to get feels from people? We shouldn't hang around here, but stayed warm with his family instead. Well, he clearly doesn't have family. That's why he's doing this. You might sound awfully sympathetic, but I know you really think he's a pain in the ass. I mean, also, yes.
Okay, let's go.
Alright. So we got that. Yeah, so if there's nowhere to buy books here, so I'll also go and... Oh god, the camera change fucked me up. Alright, what do you guys fucking want? Jesus! That was very uncalled for. What do you want?
How fares your progress?
Are you finished? What?
I still have business here somewhere. No, I want to talk to... There we go.
Do you need something?
You asked me to come here! Am I insane? What's going on? Hold on. Like... What? What's happening? Legitimately asking. They asked me to come here. So I guess I'll fucking leave?
It is time, inmate.
You need to talk to them outside the Velvet Room? Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me?
I was waiting.
Yeah, and I just walked past you and you pushed me in and then didn't talk to me. This is so stupid. Huh. No, I was on time! Okay, well, not within 2 seconds, and that's not how the real world works. Oh, good. Special assignments. Great. Oh, I still need to make one of the other things. There are a number of places in your reality society that may foster your rehabilitation. We will prove the value of these places to us in person.
Listen up, inmate.
We will select various locations that we suspect could be vital to your rehabilitation. Should you recognize a place that we mention, then you are to escort us there. What? You want to go explore? Are those ears of yours just for decoration? These are special assignments for the sake of your rehabilitation. Work just as hard at them as the rest of your duties. We will await you in front of the door like this whenever a special assignment is available. Should you meet our expectations, we'll scrape together some sort of reward for you, so no slacking off. We ought to mention these special assignments will not be available indefinitely. Fuck! To phrase it for your comprehension, you will have until the end of the year to complete them. Oh! Okay. That's easy. You're also required to continue working towards your rehabilitation to earn these assignments. Okay, fine. We're really going out of our way for you here. Don't tell us we never did anything special for you. Every time tutorial pops up, I die inside. You can now take the twins to various facilities that pique their interest. When these outings are available, the duo can be found waiting for Ren just outside the Velvet Room. I go there so infrequently, the idea that they're not always there didn't occur to me. In order to take them to these locations, you'll need to check out the various facilities around the city. Time will pass during an outing with the twins. That concludes our explanation.
In that case...
We will now introduce the first special assignment. Are you prepared? No. I wasn't expecting this.
Are you joking?
That oh my was very well timed.
Oh, honestly.
Who do you like better than twin? I don't like either of them, but Caroline seems very yelly, so Justine is better. How disappointing that you would be caught unawares. I mean, why escorting some spectral twins who only apparently exist in my mind prison was not on my bingo card. I'm so sorry. These special sign. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm trying to get one.
Do today?
Yeah.
No.
One that has grown quite popular lately. It's purported to offer foods that simulate the feeling of being in space. Oh, okay. God. The food is apparently massive enough to rival the size of the universe itself and resembles a mysterious spacecraft. Okay, got it. This food exemplifies both the unknown and the vast nothingness of space. It is sure to stimulate the heart. I mean, sure. Does this description bring any locations to mind? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely Big Bang Burger. Do I want to do this right now? I mean, I can't go looking for the cat. I don't think there's anything else I need to do with my night.
What'll you do?
So sure, we'll go there.
Oh. Guide me, inmate.
Oh my god. This is something. It is indeed shaped like a mysterious craft, but it's much smaller than I had expected. Can other people see them? Because we do have 3 drinks. Which also appear to be coffees, which feels like a really weird thing to have with a burger. James is here. Hold on. Hello!
Hello, great vegetables, everyone.
Great vegetables indeed. How are you?
You know, I'm doing a lot better than I was last week.
I was like, why was your birthday? I was like, oh, that's right, you were sick. I remember this now.
I was sick. I was sick on my birthday, which
Yeah.
is why on my note I wrote "sick birthday, brah."
Oh, womp womp. Happy crack wheat. Thanks, Joe. Oh, man.
Ooh, happy crack wheat indeed.
Goodness gracious. I'm apparently escorting the twins.
Oh, going on a lovely. I don't even know how to describe it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the conversation we were having when you joined. Is I was up to this point under the pressure of like they're not like nobody sees them hanging outside of the Velvet Room. So like it seems like they're like not real, but we have 3 drinks here, which feels like maybe they are physically really here. And this is a hell of an outfit to be walking around in. Me just walking around with 2 small children dressed like cops with eye patches.
Yeah. Well, you know, it is Tokyo. You might be going to a cosplay convention, and they don't look the other way.
Sure, maybe. I also am weirded out by the fact that it looks like we have coffee with our burger.
Maybe it's hot tea.
I just don't think that's good either.
Oh yeah, different cultures, man. You know,
But
I don't know.
it's still weird.
All of mythology, persona.
Robot James right off the bat.
Oh, now I'm sad again. I was saying, like, I could rattle off the lore of every persona in this game, but I couldn't tell you, like, culturally. It's like, is tea acceptable at fast food? Is hot tea acceptable as a fast food beverage in Japan?
On the one hand, I expect it's acceptable everywhere, but just like I'm thinking about flavor profiles, and I'm just like, why though?
Maybe a nice little chamomile to really put you to sleep after a big like high calorie burger.
God, look, you guys promised me a reward if I took you where you wanted to go, and this is where you wanted to go. It's not my fault. It fucking sucks. If I say it's the Big Bang Challenge, do I get to do the giant burger in front of them? I'm gonna do it.
Do you want me to? Okay. Do you want me to answer that question, or you just want to f around and find out?
I did manage to find the name for one of the two mementos things. The other one I couldn't do, I guess, because it was raining, so everyone was not outside.
How rude.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Carl says I just don't get diner culture. Sure.
Yeah. Speaking of being rude, I forgot to ask. Chat, how are you doing? And Jen, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It was an interesting day. You and I will talk later.
Uh-huh.
But like, no, it was fine. I was a turbo dork all by my lonesome in a day. So I watched some Dimension 20. I jammed to some tunes. I got a root beer float. It was fucking
Nice.
great.
That's right, because it's Wednesday.
It's
That's right.
Wednesday, yeah. There was a new guy driving the truck. So he was like, I have to ask. He's like, because the kind of like warehouse park we're in, like every company has like their logo on their door. And the Turbo Dork one is kind of intense. And so he's like, I gotta ask, like, what is that? He's like, I just started here like last week, so this is my first time like driving around. I'm looking at all these logos going, what is happening? And that's wild. And I was like, oh, we make hobby paints, like acrylic paints that are all in metallic shades for specialty things like, it started out for being like D&D miniatures, tabletop miniatures, like Warhammer and whatever. And he stops, he goes, oh my god, are you serious? He goes, I just started a new D&D campaign last week. So while he's like making my float and whatever, he's telling me about his campaign and we're just chatting and he's like, oh, what's your name? And like sticks his hand, like he's in one of the trucks where like they're like up a bit. So he's like leaning out to reach down to me to like shake my hand. And he's like, what's your name? I'm Z. This is us. And I was like, I made a friend today. This is incredible.
You made a friend, and like I was expecting that story to go, and I made an upsell. Like, oh, like
yeah.
you come back, and your bosses are like, where'd all these like extra receipts come from? It's like, let me tell you, my sales career off to a great start.
Yes, as Pathos points out, I was in a full goblin mode, but I did have my mask on, so I was like, he could only see partial goblin gen. Game Nuts here! Oh my god! What's up? Welcome in! Yeah, I was like, you should be sleeping. Like, super, but I'm glad you're here. It's been a little while.
We should all be sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, also fair. Liz, yes, if you want to DM that to me, that would be great. Words and stuff, I lost them. Oh yeah, but we're like, yeah, so I had the day, came home and laughed at the new Rooster Teeth logo, took the dogs for a walk. Made myself a mildly spicy drink. Yeah. Oh, but speaking of like, I made a new friend. Tucker also has a new friend.
Oh, good for Tucker.
We met the person who drives the garbage truck. For our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a post office run, and I always take Tucker with me because he loves his car rides. And we got home while the truck was like going past in front of our house. And it's a lovely woman. I did not get her name because she needed to like stay on schedule. And so it was a very short interaction, but she was just pulling up to our house while I was getting Tucker out of the car. And I heard her out the window go, oh my God, sweet baby. And I turn and like, a garbage truck is like tall.
Yeah.
But she was like, what's his name? I was like, Tucker. She's like, and she's looking at him. I was like, do you want to pet him? And she's like, oh my God, can I? So I'm holding him Simba style, like up above my head so she can get to him. He was happy. She was thrilled.
That's awesome.
It was incredible.
Everyone should make friends with their local garbage people. The Just the Middle daughters love Garbage Day because if the garbage truck times it just right, that before we have to get them to daycare and school, they will be waiting on the driveway watching the garbage truck come around, because it's one of those garbage trucks that like has the big claw that will grab your garbage can and lift it up and shake it, and they start cheering and clapping, and the garbage man gives it like one extra big shake just for them, and
That's so
they
good.
cheer.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's like a parade, like they're like waiting on the sidewalk, like waiting for it to come around, and
Quit spacing out.
That's incredible. She just said quit spacing out. How fucking dare you? I heard that pun you made. God damn it. Yeah, what is that fucking logo? Rhaegar, I'm sorry. We're not going to talk about it a lot, mostly because we already shit-talked it. But, like, I have to believe that everyone that was in the approvals process for that has one of the eye strain filters on their monitors. Everyone in that process had to have that and did not know that it was literally physically painful to look at. I have to believe that.
I mean, or you know, the alternative is, what a hell of a way to find out that you're colorblind.
Right? I don't.
Like,
But it's red and blue though. I don't think you can be. I don't think that is a colorblind thing.
Nah, true.
But still, what the fuck is this burger? How did they let me do this? What's happening? Oh my god. Oh, I also, Persona. I also am rank 3 for my brains now. So,
Oh, excellent.
don't know how that happened, but...
You done got smart.
Yeah. I are smart. SMRT.
And now you're gonna kill every brain cell in your head by trying to eat that thing.
Yeah, Jen, am dying looking at that. Are those a bunch of smaller buns? Is that what the beige thing is? Because, like, I see the triangle wedges that are clearly cheese. I see tomato, I see lettuce.
Yeah, you know, as Sir Mix-a-Lot almost said, those are smaller buns, hun.
Oh my god. Is it looks orange to me? I mean, maybe, I don't... Here's the problem, it's so bright, you can't tell. It's everything hurts. I couldn't look at it for too long.
Is it one of those things like that dress? Like, is it blue and gold or white and...
Oh my god, that fucking dress. That one was an insane thing to me, just because I literally, like, I saw it the correct way immediately. And even after people were like, oh, no, it's white and gold or whatever, I was like, I literally, now that you've said that, I still can't see it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That's always just a wild thing to me. Oh, onions, maybe? That's a lot of onion, though, and it's very thick and very solid. I had another thought, and I lost it, but while I try to find it again, I like that Sassy Toddler is so hyped when the mail truck comes. Same. Is terrified of the garbage truck. Oh, no.
It is the mortal enemy of a Sassy Toddler.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that dress was something. But yeah, that... Oh, I remember what I was going to say. So the logo, my favorite thing about that god-awful logo is the number of people that are tweeting just to their, like, Twitter circles that I'm in that are, like, higher profile people that are also shit-talking. I love that. And then Josh also texted me.
Mm-hmm.
I always know it's good. I always know... I'm gonna go on and say it. I always know RT is up to some shit. That, like, the moment I like a tweet of Josh's where he's, like, vague tweeting something, or he sees me comment on the main thing, within 3 minutes I will have a text. And he's like, so I see you saw the thing.
What an opening lawyer move. Like, you already know the answer. Like, clearly I've seen you like or tweet. I already know the answer. But
it's fucking great.
Yeah, but with that need for us to have a proper intro into a conversation.
I appreciate that he lets me discover these things, and then he's like, okay, now that I know that you found out organically, let the shit posting commence.
I think the logo looks like the Zaxby's logo, but that's just me.
Oh, apparently there's, like, an Australian, I think it is, restaurant chain that same R is, like, the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's called, like, Red Rooster or something. It's the exact same logo. I was like, oh my god, really? And then I actually read the article about it, and I saw who the company was, and I was like, man, like, for all of that company's failings, the one thing they kind of can consistently do decently well is graphic design, and so the fact that they outsourced a new logo to, like, the one thing they do good, they're like, nah, man, we're gonna pay somebody else to do a shit job.
Yay.
Fucking incredible. I just, it sucks because I still No, oh no, I'm a 10,000th customer. What happens? What happens? Oh god, no, I don't want this burger. I wanted a regular sized giant burger. I know so many people. Go ahead.
If you got that to go, how many days do you think that would
Oh
last?
god. It would the stuff on it would go bad before I could finish it.
I think that's fair.
I absolutely. When I saw the fucking new logo in the article, first of all, I thought I was incorrect about what today's date was. I was like, clearly it's already April 1st. I was like, no, it's not. I was like, okay, this has to be a shit post from somebody else. I was like, oh no, this is a Variety article. Like, I went through so many layers of this cannot be real before I was like, shit, it is. There's so many people there that I still, like, I'm friends with and I like, and I don't want anybody to lose their job, but how this company is still quote-unquote functioning, and I use that in the loosest sense of the word. I'm just like, I don't understand how it continues to survive in spite of itself. This feels like intentionally tanking at this point.
We're trying to get that really sweet first-round draft pick next year.
Right? God, it's such a fucking nightmare. 30 minutes. I can't even if I think I physically could eat this entire thing, the idea of doing it in 30 minutes is outrageous. Like, it's bigger than my torso. Look, a stomach has a size, and yes, it can expand, but it cannot replace my lungs. So, like, that literally cannot fit inside you.
Jen, how do you become so brave to say on the internet that stomach has a size? I applaud your bravery.
God. Alright, here we go. Oh, fucking whistle. Yeah, it was. Yeah, thank you, Caroline!
It's like the game heard you again.
I like the diner's stomach will suffer its own big bang. Yeah. Hey, you wanna try it? Yeah, okay.
That's right.
This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be real bad. Anyways, we're done shit talking to the thing now, but just like, holy shit. My favorite, I like that this happened because Josh did text me. That's how we catch up. Every couple of weeks, RT does something. And so one of us will text the other. We're like, hey, how have you been? So that'll be the real upsetting part when it does finally collapse, is like we're gonna have to find, like, we're just have to remember to text each other normally, like actual people.
Oh no. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Probably forget we exist for like a year and a half at a time and then go, oh shit, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we would do without Persona, Jen.
Yeah, we would never speak.
Never. We would never just get random Discord messages with no, like, introduction or segue. It's just like, it would just be random thought. Which, of course, never happens.
Definitely not. We usually will go, good morning or good afternoon, and then put random thought. We at least still start with a salutation.
Yeah, that's true. or in unfortunate days, you'll be like, yo, happy Tuesday, and get some ellipses from me. It's like, oh, today's only Tuesday. oh boy.
I suppose.
Now here's my question about this moment we're having in the game. Going back to this, clearly it's not possible. I'm gonna say that, and someone's gonna be like, actually, fuck off. Clearly, asterisk. It is not possible to actually finish this burger this early in a first file. If I had maxed guts in a new game plus and came and did this, could I finish it in this scene? Oh, I think you roboted. Because I heard yeet and then you went away.
You
Hey.
did.
Oh, boo. I'm dying. Look, I'm dying. Oh god. We did it? We did it? What?
Mm-hmm.
Did they help? Or did I actually somehow eat the whole thing?
I'd like to imagine that they helped.
Okay. He said eat that burger. That's what it sounded like.
No, I think that's what the protagonist is about to do. He's about to go to the bathroom and eat that burger.
So I'm gonna call it from now on. Okay, well, never mind. I guess my question was moot since I did apparently somehow finish it anyways. Never mind. This is dumb.
Yeah, the robot helped me. The robot's like, don't worry, James, I got this
Yeah,
one.
it's
Take
like,
a break. Take a break, buddy.
I'll cover for you for a few seconds.
Thanks, robot. See, who needs a fancy AI when I just have a crappy internet connection?
I like how the twins are currently having the conversation that I think I did during either the last stream or the stream before, where I was like, I don't understand food challenges. So, I'm them now. I don't know how to...
You are the children.
I am the children. That's a sin.
I mean, like, I can see it. Like, there, you have your Caroline and Justine. You have the, like, okay, let's stay on track. Let's try to keep everything, chaos free. And then you have the, like, burn it all down energy as well. I can see that.
I do not like the accuracy here. That's feeling pretty good.
If we found the mod to change their uniforms into like purple, then it'd be a little, it'd be a little too close to home. You lift up their eye patches; they're just D20s in there.
There we go. Hey, person! Oh my God, you're the person yelling it away. I would never do that. You do not snap. You do not yell. None of that shit. Yeah. Fuck off. Okay, but they are real. They're here.
Mm-hmm.
God. There's an age requirement? Like, on the one hand, good, but on the other hand, that's a big red flag.
Like the thing that's in the thing that's in your heart right now. Yeah, do you want a cute little spaceship? Oh my God. Those eyes. What a salesperson. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, she was called Person. She's like, I'm gonna get these kids these things and they're gonna pay for it.
Fair.
Well, we didn't experience any of the wonders of space, but at least the taste was passable. You seemed much more excited by the toy than the taste anyway. Shut up! I saw you eating around those pickle things or whatever they are, Justine. That wasn't food from this Earth. It was clearly a alien spawn of some sort.
Oh, pickles are delicious.
I love pickles. My favorite, I saw a joke earlier where somebody was like, a relationship, like a working good relationship has to have representation of the only two recognized genders. The person who's willing to talk to the Lyft drivers and the person who does your taxes. And I was like, yes, absolutely. I get this. This is great. When the video started, I was like, oh, fuck. You're probably both of them, I think is about what you're about to say.
Yeah, it's like, I think I'm both.
What I like, for me, the idea is the two genders are likes pickles and doesn't like pickles. Because Jeff doesn't like pickles, so it's fucking perfect. I get double pickles.
Yeah. But both Jamf and I love pickles.
Oh, there you
go. It gets a little dicey sometimes. Like if we're at a deli and we both get a pickle spear.
Mm-hmm.
I have to eat it before I go to the bathroom because that pickle spear will not be there when I return from anything.
Fair.
So, yeah.
Jeff doesn't like pickles of any kind. I don't like sweet pickles. I like dill. I like the acidity, I like the tart and sourness. He also, this is the one that baffles me. Not remotely like pickles. I just need to point out we're like switching gears a little bit. When we get ramen, he doesn't like the Ajitama egg. I fucking love the egg. So it's great. I never have to order an extra egg because I just get his.
That's awesome.
It's dope.
Very nice. Yeah, so do you prefer pickle spears or chips?
It depends on how I'm eating them.
That's fair.
So like, in a sandwich, on a burger, whatever, it's gotta be the chips. If they're coming as a side for I've gotten like a deli sandwich, like you've said, it needs to be a spear. If I'm having fried pickles, I much prefer chips over spears.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just eating them straight out of my fridge like a goblin, it's easier to just covertly grab a single spear than it is to fish out multiple chips.
I don't know why you needed to put goblin in there. That is a totally normal thing that very healthy people do, myself included. Does not need to be called a goblin.
You missed the beginning. We were talking. I had a major goblin energy for a lot of the day. That was already established, so that's just kind of the running theme for conversations now.
Mm-hmm.
Warburg says he wants a pickle wrap. What is a pickle wrap?
Is it like a tortilla that has pickles in the middle?
Like that? I don't. How do you feel about Kool-Aid pickles? What? What are these words you just said? Jess knows how to make the eggs.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Well, join us next week as we do a food stream.
James comes and visits. James makes ramen. Jess makes eggs. Four of us have ramen and then play Mario Party.
Perfect. I mean, I just made pho yesterday.
Oh my god, there we go. I'm not big on pho. Mostly because every place I've gone, it's got a lot of like the super chewy jelly, like the collagen and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like that stuff. Not big on the texture. I also don't like. I like being able to drink my broth, and pho feels like you're not like the broth is a food delivery system. You're not supposed to like drink it by itself because it's so salty. So I'm not as big on it, but.
You would have liked the recipe I used then, because it was it was pho in name, but it was very ramen inspired. So it's drinkable. It's a very drinkable broth.
Cool. Oh, Warburg is putting the pickle wrap in Discord, so James, you'll have to enlighten me as to what that is.
Okay, you go take a look.
Yeah.
Huh.
Apparently the eggs are easy. So I love this idea. Next time James is going to be here, we make sure Joe and Jess are going to come visit, and we will ramen and Mario Party.
All right, I'm going to try to describe what I'm looking at.
Okay.
I want you to imagine a piece of any deli meat.
Okay.
Like for a sandwich.
Okay. I'm picturing a salami.
Okay, you're picturing a salami. Now put like if you want to put like mayo or cheese on top of it.
Okay.
Do that.
Okay.
Then put a pickle spear in the middle and then wrap it.
Interesting.
And that's a pickle wrap.
I want to do that, but I want to lightly pan fry it. So it gets warm and the meat gets a little crispy.
Like with some pancetta.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Welcome to the food hour.
I know, right? God.
Just make everyone hungry.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna be starving by the end of this. Kool-Aid pickles. You take a big jar of whole pickles and dump a few packets of fruit punch mix into it. What? Why? What? Joe? What? No. That sounds like the first step in a satanic ritual. Farron, I'm glad our food conversation reminded you to pack your convention stuff. There you go. Pickle sushi. What does that fucking mean? What does that mean? Is it just a thing of rice with just like a very thin piece of pickled cucumber on it? What is this? It's cream cheese. So salami and cream cheese and pickle.
Ashley has said American food is a crime. In a way it is. I think American food is a lot like a British museum. We've just stolen a bunch of things from all over the world and we say it's our own.
Where did we steal pickle wraps from and Kool-Aid pickles?
That has Dutch and German energy all over it.
Oh, if Jeff hears that, he's gonna get very upset.
Well, fine. Well, he can come here. He can come here and fight me.
Oh, that's right. You sassy. You told me about the Bloody Mary deviled eggs that she made once, and they were supposed to be. Okay. Jess and Joe come visit. Jess makes eggs. We got to figure out what Joe can make that's not Kool-Aid pickles. It's also not gonna make him die of an allergic reaction. You come. You make ramen. My sister comes and makes Bloody Mary deviled eggs. How many eggs can we fit into a single meal? Oh my god.
And Jamf is an excellent baker, so if we wanted to have a dessert, we can. I
have been on a major lemon kick lately. I so badly have been looking like I want lemony tart goodness, so I've been looking up recipes.
Lemon squares?
Yeah, I've been looking up recipes that can use lemon curd specifically. Don't know why, it just popped in my head. I was like, fuck, I haven't had lemon curd in forever. So I have like 8 recipes saved, and I'm going to make one of them at some point in the very near future. I was like, I like lemon squares, but I feel like I want something like a little bit fancier. So I'm like, I've got a couple different recipes for like Danish things that have like lemon curd, and like a shortbread cookie that's got like a lemon curd like center in it. Oh, yes, perfect.
I mean, if you want a fancier lemon square, I can just carve a top hat into it.
Joe would commit war crimes for good lemon squares. All right. I make lemon squares. We've got ajitama eggs. We've got deviled eggs. We got ramen. This is gonna be a fucking buck wild weekend.
And you know what it is? We're gonna spend hours making all of this, and we're gonna eat it in 5 minutes.
That's why I have such a hard time with the idea of cooking. And it's like, and I appreciate that Jeff does it. I was like, I will spend all this time making something, and it will be gone in such a short period of time. Like, it's delicious, but like, shit, I got things to do.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Joe makes a decent honey lemon salmon. Interesting. I'd be down for that.
Calm down, Caroline.
Joe, do you put it on a cedar plank before you pop it in the grill or oven?
Well, at any rate, we've determined that hamburgers are incapable of conveying the majesty of space.
That's a sentence.
While the toy
Put that on a
spaceship
t-shirt.
helped to soften the blow, there's no denying the truth. Now we will formally acknowledge the completion of your task. Here is your reward.
Here's a sticker.
We still need to do. Oh my god, Gary. We still need to do the fusion thing they want.
Yeah. I figured if we go to Mementos, we might be able to pick up the persona we need to make it happen pretty easily.
Cool.
But I'm not worried. Like, honestly, you in theory could do their entire social link in a day if you just like have all the persona you need and enough money to summon them. So it's all good. I'm not concerned about their social link.
Nice.
I'm still taken aback by the truth. Your world is absolutely full of these shop places. For a reasonable fee, nearly every desire can be fulfilled, all as if it were nothing.
I too have been to Amsterdam.
That does sound interesting. I believe it may merit further research. Anyways, good work.
That's
inmates.
right. Go
Final
for the
task
research.
For the day is to escort us back to the Velvet Room.
God, they're such small children.
They are. No, like they say, like, you know, please escort us back. I fully believe they could just beat the ever-living crap out of anyone who gives them trouble.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's more that they don't know how to get there than anything else.
Yeah.
I got a whole almost 17%. Look at that. That's pretty great. Okay. Oh wait,
You're so popular.
That last caption I saw said some idiot leaked the pictures. What? Oh, is it raining again? It's very rainy.
It is. It's June. It's the rainy season. I would imagine.
Sure.
I don't know. It's not like I wanted to be a meteorologist or anything. I wanted to be a U.S. meteorologist. I don't know what the hell happens over in Japan in June. Is it monsoon season? I don't know.
We talked about you earlier and the whole meteorologist thing because I learned earlier that humidity is not a measurement of how much water is actually in the air. It's how much water could be in the air, like relative to that. And I'm just like, and that made me so angry.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. It's like learning that feudalism wasn't real. It's just something that we tell kids because it's easier to explain than to actually get into the actual science of what measured humidity is.
Yeah. It fucking bothered me. I got as mad about that as I do about like here's the temperature outside. But here it is with wind chill or heat index. I'm like, I don't give a shit what the ideal temperature. Tell me, I only care about the wind chill and or heat index one because that's what it's gonna feel like to me in my flesh suit. So, like, I don't give a shit about if I didn't have perception, what the temperature would be.
In your flesh? Sorry, do you have, like, a 16th century well in your basement with, like, kidnapped victims there to put the lotion in the basket? Freak.
Anyways, we're on the train.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Oh, shit's happening.
What's this?
A request to the student body.
It says they're looking for information. I heard Principal Kobayakawa put it up.
Please consult the student council president if you have any details.
Oh, perfect. Great.
So
I've
we
been
can go to her for anything?
I've been bringing a cat to school every day for like a month and a half, 2 months now, and no one has noticed.
You know what? There are a lot of memes out there that the real hero of Persona 5 is the student that sits behind you in class and hasn't said a word. That is the real hero of this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why the student council president, though? What does she have to
Now,
do with
whether he
Principal
does it out of
Kobayakawa?
fear because he thinks you're like a criminal with a knife on you, or he's just a really chill dude.
Maybe
You
he just
know?
really likes cats.
Yeah.
We can't really
Maybe-
like cats because at some point he would have gone pss, 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 and given it away. So
It's true.
it's not that one.
Well, maybe you have a note. Maybe this is your therapy cat.
Oh, there we
I
go.
mean, Nijima-san is his favorite. Maybe that's why he asked her to do it.
I walk
Oh.
so loudly.
How tragic.
Oh goodness.
We used to take. We've been on a field trip to a local.
Oh, we lost
Oh.
James. We didn't even robot. He just disappeared.
I can hear you.
Oh, there
Can
we
you
go.
hear me?
Okay, yeah. You were
could
like,
hear you the
you're
whole
like,
time.
we took a field trip, and then you were gone.
Yeah. So when I was in
Oh
elementary
God,
school,
now
we
it's
took a field trip to a
robot.
local news.
What's happening?
Is it better now?
Okay, I think we're good. Try now.
Hello.
Yes. I got you. Can you hear me? Uh-oh, that's not good. He's gone! Oh, God, why? I guess I'll continue this dialogue until he comes back. Easily manipulated by the names we see. Oh my God, world's full of fake names. So you're about to ask me a question, aren't you? This creature would you... Thank you, Pathos. Okay. The red king crab it has a form the crab should not have. Uh-oh. Okay. Great. This is a fucking scorpion? What's happening? Uh-oh. That looks
Give
like
it
a
a try.
fucking crab to me. I've never looked that closely at crabs. Biologically related to the hermit crab. Okay, great. How is it different from a crab? Do you know? No, I don't. Oh, I just got a message from Jame. He lost... Jame? Just Jame. He lost internet. Womp womp. I'm trying to, like, picture when I've seen, like, videos of the ocean, big honking crabs. I feel like they've got 8 of the big legs. And then Scoopy. Do crabs have 8 legs and then 2 arms? That would be insane.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh my God, are you calling from your phone?
I'm calling from my phone. We lost internet at my house.
Oh my God, I appreciate the commitment. You don't need to do that.
Well, what else am I going to do? I don't have internet.
Fair. You know what? Fair. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the unfortunate thing is I cannot see Twitch chat because I only have Discord up right now. So,
perfect.
here, sorry, chat, but here I am.
All right, I will try to keep a better eye on chat then.
Oh, wait, I think we got it back here. I'm gonna run again.
Okay.
This is it.
You just keep doing your thing.
That's it.
There we go. Chaos will reign. Now, be careful. It's coming back. Of course it sounds different on the phone. It's the difference between having an actual microphone and a not microphone. Yeah, talk shit about James. No, while he's not here, he can't see it. Say positive things. Do that thing that he does when I'm not in the room. Or at least he did it a bunch of Persona 4. I actually appreciate that it has not happened yet so far during Persona 5. Everyone say great, nice things about James.
Can you hear me?
Oh, shit, never mind. Nobody say anything nice. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Ah, Lord.
that was a time.
What a day. Anyway, what I was trying to say was elementary school, field trip, local news station. We all got to practice in front of green screens. At first, it's very awkward. I got the hang of it pretty quickly, though, and I think I would be very comfortable in a green screen pointing to absolutely nothing to be like, oh, and here's Topeka right here, and have a cold front coming in through Ontario, coming down through western Pennsylvania.
I saw a great clip of some weatherman somewhere who there was an error on the map he was pointing at where somebody had like they were supposed to type in like 48 or 44 and had managed to type like 448. So he's like, it's gonna be 46 over here. We got 45-degree temperatures in this area. This city's just gonna be just blasted off the map by the sun, and then just kept going like nothing had happened. It was incredible.
I've seen that too. I have seen that exact clip because like half of my elementary school friends they found me on Facebook just to send me that clip.
That's incredible.
Nice going.
But yeah, one of the wild things in our elementary school, one of our schools was like a National Weather Service school, so like they had a lot of their equipment there to like do weather readings in like different parts of Western Pennsylvania. And because of that, our principal thought it would be fun as part of like science classes when they were learning about weather that during morning announcements they would have one of the students read the weather. I became, like, over the years that we had the National Weather Service station there, I became, like, the, like, de facto, like, well, go to James if you have any questions about, like, what you need to read. Like, I was on morning announcements, like, a quarter of the time reading the weather to the school. It was, so yeah, all of my elementary school friends know me as the meteorologist to this day.
That is very funny. Okay. I was like, my quote bot was very broken. I don't know if you have Twitch chat back up again.
I do, and also thank you for all the kind words, everyone. I appreciate it.
I think Farron's fucking with me. Because I just saw what looked like a quote saying, Car, Jesus died for your diesel-fueled sins, Persona 5 Royal, February 1st, 1992. And I was like, my bot was broken. But I realized it looks like Farron just posted a thing and said quote, because there's also no quote number.
Oh, that was tricky. That's like one of those like phishing emails. Like it looks really close,
like
not quite.
Yeah, it's like it didn't post it from the bot. So I'm like, all right, I see you. I'm an American. I would never lie about anything. Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah, Ryuji, don't do that.
Well, anyway, while we're going through text messages, I have a very funny Just a Youngest Daughter story. One of her favorite things to do is to grab my face and move my jaw, like to, pretend I'm talking. She'll go like, ah, and close my jaw, open my mouth, go, ah, close my jaw. And she'll just keep doing that. She's really content. And then last week, as she was doing it, she opened my jaw and went in a different voice going, "You don't have to go to school tomorrow." And I started dying laughing.
That's very good.
And it's very cute when a 4-year-old with a very high-pitched voice goes from like all the way up here to, "You don't have to go to school tomorrow." It's talking about like a goblin. It actually sounds like that's how I imagine a goblin sounds like.
Incredible.
Now that I'm thinking about it, like just like her physically touching my chin and opening my mouth in close proximity. I wonder if I got sick, Jen. Any ideas?
Gee, I wonder. Oh.
President, what is the meaning of that posting?
Excuse me, it's Miss President, right. Male council member. You don't even get a name.
Oh boy.
Principal Kobayakawa put that up without my... We've already received some anonymous information.
Yeah, shit.
I heard some students are getting threatened. I'm so scared. Please do something. What?
They have dirt on me and they're demanding money? I can't go to the police. What should I do?
Oh, God.
Isn't this talking about the crimes that have been rumored to be occurring in Shibuya?
You remember when you felt so comfortable in high school that you could talk to your student council about things like this?
Absolutely the fuck not.
This isn't the responsibility of the student council. This is frightening for us too.
Suddenly he's the voice of
Kobayakawa
reason.
told you something, right? Did he tell you anything about this?
Well, no. He's out today, but I will ask him tomorrow. Please wait on this for the time being.
If you say so.
My apologies for the confusion. Don't worry.
Not your fault.
I'll do
Yeah.
something about all of this.
You shouldn't.
God. Alright. It's raining, so I still can't get cat information. My phone's gonna go pee-pee real quick. Okay, oh.
Right on time.
God fucking damn it. Great. Just forget about it. No. I don't think they've been leaving no traces of evidence. I feel like they probably just aren't leaving evidence that anybody gives a shit about. I feel like that's it. Great. Alright. I need a break because my cup is empty.
Okay. I'll vamp.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Have a nice break. All right, chat. What should we talk about while Jen is refilling her drink? You know what? She wanted you to say nice things about me. It has been a long time since we've said nice things about Jen. All right, chat. Ready? Nice things about Jen, and go. Jen likes to have a little bit of Schadenfreude when like Rooster Teeth stuff comes up, but genuinely very caring person, very supportive of all of her friends and adjacent people, and would walk over coals for friends. So was a wonderful human being despite the very, very tough exterior. So wonderful person and a wonderful friend, and I'm very happy that I got to meet her many, many, many years ago. Let's see here. Liz waits for Jen to yell, no! Ashley, she's helping me sell things. Okay. I hope they're good things. And legal things. Farron, Jen makes good dice. I think the plural of dice is sheep, but yes, she does make good dices. Carl, Jen puts up with a lot of my bullshit. She does. We all do, Carl, and we still love you very dearly. And I mean that with all sincerity and honesty in my heart. Sassy, genuinely. Okay, everyone, let's say bad things about Sassy now because of that pun. No, I'm just kidding. Sassy's a wonderful human being too. Game Nut, Jen is genuinely lovely person and has an incredible work ethic. She does. Jen has an amazing work ethic. I feel lazy compared to her. Jen is very patient too, from Ashley. Because often we are so much. We are so much. We are like the most. Like if we tried to pitch a TV pilot about us, they would say it's too unbelievable. Flash, very amazing, happier whenever she streams. Yes. Ashley James, don't ask questions. Oh, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I'm just trying to vamp here, Ashley. I'm just trying to make the content. But if you don't want to ask questions, fine. Jeez. It's not like she's running a gardening and landscaping business. Farron, Jen makes quality, consistent content. That's true. She does. Even with Persona, a game she despises greatly, is still makes a very good content. You can't see me doing the Italian. It's a very nice with my hands, but I just want you to picture it. Ashley, my life is better for having known her. I think that's true across the board.
Yeah, stop. I need to point out the reason you didn't hear me yelling James no is because I muted my mic when I walked away, so because I knew I was going to make a bunch of noise, and then I was like, I instantly regret this.
So I know there's a bit of a delay. I could actually see in the stream you hitting your mic mute button, and I knew right away what I had to do.
Oh, god damn. You're all very nice. Thank you very much. There were so many things I was like, I remember to bring that up when I come back. Oh, and then that one. And then I lost all of it. I do need to point out with somebody said I was patient. I don't remember if that was a you thing or somebody in the chat said it and you needed to read it. I am not a patient person. Jesus Christ. No. And also, nobody should measure their work ethic against me constantly burning myself out. Don't do that. That's unhealthy for everyone. But everything else was very, very nice. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, you know what? Here, let's change the subject that's more comfortable for Jen. Game Nut is asking about Persona 5X. So let's talk about Persona 5X. So we're still going to get Persona 6. Atlas has little to nothing to do with the development of that game. It's done by a Chinese company that is famous for gacha games. So it is a completely independent studio that's building it, and probably the only thing Atlas had to do with it is handing over assets and maybe just making sure there's no like continuity breaks in their lore, because the one thing Atlas does do, every game that they come out with, they consider canon in the Persona universe. No matter how bonkers it is, it's considered canon, which is wild to think about for more than 5 seconds. But yeah, we will get Persona 6 eventually, and Persona 5X is just a separate mobile thing.
I'm dying at Farron saying, we stan our burnout queen slay.
Those are like the most perfect words arranged together. It's like you know, when you're playing in a band and like everyone like harmonizes just perfectly.
Yeah.
And like everything just that's what that sentence is. Like that's how I hear that sentence in my head. It's like a 4-part barbershop quartet just hitting it just right.
Oh God, that was very good. Very.
Thank
good,
you, Joe. Joe, thank you for immortalizing that quote forever. Yeah, Farron, everything is considered canon. The dancing games are considered canon. The 3DS like spin-off games where Persona 3 cast and Persona 4 cast get together to solve mysteries, and then the one where 5, 4, and 3 all get together to solve mysteries. It's all canon. It's all canon to Atlas.
God. It's a rainy afternoon, so I know I can't get more information about the cat quest.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. Well, so here's the thing, Jen. Do you want to wait to hit mementos until you can like do it all, like get all of them in one fell swoop, which you can do after the next palace? Like again, you can do it at any time. So you don't have to if you want to hang out with, you know, Dr. Lady, or you want to hang out with On, or whatever you want to do.
So, hi Banana. Here's my thought.
Uh-huh.
I see zero reason to go into mementos. So
okay.
I'm only considering it because you mentioned it.
Okay.
So when you're like, when do you want to go in? Ideally, my answer is never. So I don't have a good baseline for that. I would like to go in the fewest times possible, but I also want it to be, like, I imagine that as I go through it, it just wears me down, so there is some kind of limit to how much I could do at any given time.
No.
Robot James. This is
Am I back?
You're back.
Okay.
This is a brutal one.
Yeah. The only limit is your SP and your health, just like a palace.
Mm-hmm.
The advantages to mementos, which why like you can, you know, get extra levels, you get extra persona, you can get items. There are things that you can get exclusively in there that can level you up faster, so that you don't have to do as much fighting to get to higher levels. So there are advantages, and it levels up Mishima's social link, which he has some good benefits to doing it. So those are the reasons why you would want to do it.
Okay.
But again, like I would treat it like, think of mementos as like doing Mishima's social link, because that's how you level up his social link, is going into mementos and fulfilling those requests.
Then I guess the secondary thing is that, like, I know that I cannot level everyone's social link to its maximum. There's not enough time for it. So do I need to actually care about... Like, do I get enough good shit from his social link to give a shit about it? Or should I be focusing on Dr. Lady? I assume I should... Like, An is always going to be on the list because she's somebody who's in my party.
Yeah. So, Mishima, I think you can get away with maybe half a social, like getting it up to level 5.
Okay.
Because basically the benefits that he has is that all of your party members gain XP even if they're not active when they're in palaces. But your backups get like 80% XP. Mishima increases that to 100%, I think, at level 5. So you're going to gain more members. There are going to be more people who are hanging back. So they will stay leveled up if you level up Mishima. So the idea being, like, what I'm thinking from like an economist standpoint, you don't have a lot of party members right now. So if you get out ahead with Mishima now before you get a lot of party members, that difference in who's active and not active will be less severe as you add more people to your party.
Got it. Okay. That's a good argument.
Yeah. So, but that being said, if you still want, like, if your desire is to minimize the number of times you need to go in, then I would say wait till you get all of the information for your request so you can do it in one day.
Okay. Cool.
So I guess hang out with Kyoko.
Cool.
That was easy.
Let's go. Shopping on a rainy day. Okay, let's go. Actually, should I? It's a Tuesday. I can go hang out with her. Or,
Maruki?
Yeah, Maruki is supposed to be available right now.
Oh, you might want to do Maruki.
Yeah. He's on my list.
Because I think the last time you went to see him, it was one of those, it's not going to level up right now, so this should be a level up event.
Yeah. I need to go. He is in the practice building.
Very good. Oh, it's becoming second nature to you.
Fuck, he's not here. We're gonna go hang out with Kyoko. And it's only second nature because of how much time I spent trying to fucking figure out where he was last time. So
I was like, oh no, my therapist isn't here. Guess I'm gonna hang out with my future girlfriend. She doesn't know it yet, which is a very high school thing to think.
I mean, you know, right?
They don't know it yet, but we're gonna be boyfriend girlfriend.
We're dating in my head already.
What's that?
Is it we're dating in my head already?
That's usually how it starts.
Oh God.
Yeah, it starts with, oh, we're just dating in my head, and then it's, please stay away from me. You're creeping me out. I'm like, sorry, jeez.
Oh God. What is she saying? Are you here to shop too? You asked me to go with you. What the fuck? Anyways, hi, boo. Okay, great. Ah, shit. Well, that's
okay.
fine.
This is good though, because we can take her to a place, and she's going to give you the most important item in the game.
Okay.
I'm very serious about this.
Okay, so hang out with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere fun.
Okay.
Okay.
You need to go back to that shopping place.
The shopping place.
Not the park. I think it's Harajuku.
Okay. The weather's not right for it today.
No, I don't care. You need to go there.
That's stupid.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
The park is shitty while it's raining. No, I'm not gonna go there. What? This is stupid.
You really need to take on to Harajuku at some point, because she will give you the most important item in the game.
Hey, I just said we were gonna hang out, but I guess, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it's raining. Yeah, it's raining. I'm just gonna go hang out with my totally not attractive doctor.
God. So I can go hang out with the doctor, or I could go see if Ponytail is available now that I can go to
oh yeah, you
Kichi,
could go
Joji, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, you can go see if Yeah, she's available there.
I don't know where she's supposed to be around here, but...
She would be right on the promenade. Like right across from the Velvet Room, if she were there.
So she is not here. I just spent 200 yen to find out she's not here. To the doctor it is!
All right.
What the fuck?
It's too bad you couldn't, like, call her or something.
I know,
like,
right?
All of your friends are calling you. Why can't you call them?
That's stupid. I need to be so sure. That's not a thing I can do, right?
I'm sorry. I was reading chat and I was getting angry. What?
That's not a thing I can do, right? Is like use my phone to check if people are available.
Can't. No.
Why not? That's so. If they're gonna make this phone constantly fucking happen, I should be able to reach out to people and be like, "Hey, you busy? Hey, girl, you up? Like, what? Come on."
You beat me to it. You want to Netflix and chill, but you live above a coffee shop. You don't have Netflix. Yeah.
Oh my god. I like the idea that me being above a coffee shop means I don't have Netflix. What was that connection you just made?
You don't even have a shower in there. Like, and you're worried about Netflix.
That part is concerning. I feel like that should be the question everyone asks. You can do that from the map. You can do wait. You can do what from the map? I can see who's available. What? Explain.
Yeah. So go to your map.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna decide later.
Okay.
Fucking
go to your map.
Map.
Okay. Go to the big map. The subway map.
Okay.
Scroll down. You see those like little blue squares?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now hit X or whatever your X is.
Oh, I thought that was just a thing being like, hey, here's where Velvet Room entrances are. Because that looks like the fucking portal.
Yep. It's also the confidant cards.
Fucker! I saw those and I thought they meant something completely different. God, now I'm fucking fuck.
Well, look, now you've learned something to speed up parts of the game now. Yay!
I'm so upset. So upset.
I'm sure there was a tutorial for it.
Man, I don't think there was though.
You heard it here, chat. Jen wants more tutorials.
No, I didn't say that. I want there to not be 47 things that require tutorials. And here's the thing, is I hesitated when I said 47 because that might actually be close to the right number of how many times the tutorial thing pops up. That has to be a thing you can Google. How many tutorials are in Persona 5? That has to be a stat somewhere.
Liz, I'm going to delegate that to you because I think we're going to have the bystander effect if someone else is waiting for someone else to do it. I'm going to put Liz in charge of that.
God. Liz can be in charge of it. That's fine.
Yeah. Look at me still doing work at 9 o'clock at night, delegating tasks to other people.
Oh, this one's like very yellow. This effect should be instant this time? Oh. I read the side effects should be immediate.
You're gonna drink your own urine. You should probably drink more. You should probably drink more water too. It's very yellow.
Yeah, if your pee looks like that, you're not hydrated enough. Hey, everybody, drink water right now. Santorko didn't do it. I'm doing it.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm an economist. I cannot abide a free lunch, so I spent 500 bits on a hydrate.
All right. Thank you for that. I wish I could see how many channel points everybody has after Saturday.
I am very poor after Saturday.
I'm sure a lot of people are.
Well, you know, because someone, I don't want to name names, was trying to be very rude to you with some of those boss fights, and hearts are expensive.
Wanted me so. Here's the thing: is I didn't think hearts were that expensive, but like I intentionally. So peek behind the curtain. Mods know this. So when I was trying to update crowd control, it reset all the prices. So I had to actually go back and I went and like sorted through the previous crowd control to try to find. Oh, Ashley says posture check. Good call. To try to find what the prices had been before because I lost all of it. Because the recommended ones, it turns out, are literally double of what I set all of them to. Because I wanted more people to be able to participate and like do stuff. So I halved everything is what I found out from going back through it and seeing what the defaults were. But there were some things that I made even cheaper still to be like, the positive things are cheaper than that. And I left the expensive things at like half of the recommended cost. And then I also set fairies to be one of the things you could just flat out redeem with points. I think I need to put hearts as redeem as straight up with points as well. The fucking, I think it was Isla who bricked my bottle with the fucking Big Poe. And I watched so many other people try to do it after that, but the fairy queue was just too long. And I was like, y'all are mean. Y'all are fucking mean.
That was a wild day.
It was a wild day, but God, it was one of those things that it was a lot of fun. I feel like we all had a good time. And I'm glad I started it in the middle of the afternoon as opposed to nighttime. So that way then when it did hit the 7-hour mark, it was not the middle of the night. And I was like, okay, cool. At least I'm not sleepy. But what I did still end up with, I was like, oh, part of my sleepiness is just, it's hard to stream for 7 hours. That's hard to do. And I was like, fuck. I was like, I am so out of the mental energy it takes to be staring at these lights. You've been in my stream room. You know what these lights are like.
I do. I was just about to say, when I came down the one weekend when we were still doing Persona 4 and we did the Persona 4 stream, like, you know, I play D&D every Friday. Like, I do this with you every, you know, at that time, every Tuesday. It's like, I could do this. The 3 hours, or maybe like 3.5 hours we did that, I was exhausted. Like, it felt like working muscles I didn't know existed. I'm like, oh my, I gotta train up for this next time.
Yeah, it's a time. So yeah, by the time we finished, I was like, cool. I was like, I'm not sleepy, but man, I have drained every like social battery resource I have in me at this point. Game Nut, you're saying you've got a friend is planning on doing a CC rando. So is doing Ocarina of Time rando? And are you saying you're making a note about, what are you making a note about? Because I can tell you things. It's also I don't know if they're setting it up to take channel points or if they're doing it just for bits. Like, you don't have to set it up for channel points. I do, because I'm like, I want people to be able to like have a grand old time with it without feeling like they have to spend money. The Big Poe. Yeah, so the Big Poe, if Mod wants to drop the command for the CC command, because that shows a whole, I wrote like a whole doc to explain how crowd control works specifically for Zooter. So that shows a whole breakdown of like some of the things that people might find interesting, including the fact that the Big Poe, the only way the Big Poe can get out of the bottle is by turning it in to the Ghost Hunter, whatever he's actually called in the game, at Castletown as an adult. There's no other way to get rid of it. Like a regular Poe, you can apparently drink, which is weird and creepy. And like potions you can drink, and bugs and fish you can release, which like still, like if you don't know it's in your bottle and you go to like do something with it, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna do the animation of you dropping a bunch of bugs first. And if you turn around and try to use the bottle immediately on whatever you're trying to do, then you're just gonna scoop up those bugs again. That is its own level of hilarity. But if you want to brick a bottle and make it so that it cannot be used, you put a Big Poe in it, because then they have to go turn it in for that bottle to be usable. That's also a setting that some runners will just straight up turn off. Because they're like, I think it's more fun to constantly have fish and bugs appearing in it than for it to get bricked. Which I've thought about doing, I don't know. But if they have it on, yeah, that will brick it. Carl's very excited about Oreos, he forgot about. Oh, and then Liz is still searching for information on tutorial screens.
Well, while she's searching,
I think the doctor just called me fat.
I mean, you did eat a giant burger yesterday.
God, was that yesterday? Jesus. No, practice makes progress, Dr. Lady. Practice makes perfect is a very toxic mentality. Don't do it.
Much like the drug you just ingested.
Look, if we're poisoning my body, we better not also be poisoning my mind. That's all I'm saying.
I don't have a good segue for this, but it was, I think it's something that was very funny that happened to me this past weekend. So,
shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was your phone on your end. And I'm like, man, they have an old phone? I
love the idea that someone sets their cell phone to ring like that.
Yeah, boomer. Yeah. But so for my birthday, there are two things that I like to do for my birthday, because I'm an old man, and it's eating at one of our favorite steak places in the city I live in. That's near Nashville, but not Nashville proper. Because they have excellent steak and their cocktails are amazing.
Okay.
So fun place. And I also get a massage because I am old and stressed and sitting down a lot for my job, and that's not bueno for most of my muscles. So anyway, I've been to this place before, and when I went into the massage room, I don't like it wasn't like terribly bright outside, but I think they had it extra dim in this room that, like, to me, it felt like almost total darkness, except for like this one tiny little wisp of a light in the corner. And I absolutely like hit the massage table. Like, it was just that dark in there from like the light in the hallway. And like, that's never happened before. Like, maybe I'm getting old. Like, maybe just my eyesight's going. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a thing. So like, okay, I'm getting on the massage table, and I've fully recovered from my illness on my birthday, but I still had like a little bit of just sinus congestion and pressure. And let me tell you, like, putting your face down in the little donut when you have sinus pressure, not a comfortable feeling. Like, it felt like being like a toothpaste bottle being squeezed, but the cap is still on. Just like,
That's
like,
such a specific description.
Yeah. Like, I had a lot of time to think about how it felt, because this masseuse was like going to town on my back, and that kind of puts a little bit of extra pressure on my face, just going, like it's like it's helping, but not helping my face at all. But the worst part of the massage was that I flipped on my back. And like you've had massages, Jen. Like, sometimes they'll like move your arm like at a 90-degree angle or like 180 to try to like stretch it out or like massage the bicep. And the woman was doing that, and then she was going to rotate it back down to my side, like not going out and around, but kind of like a windmill, like from behind my head, just straight up and then back down. And as she was doing it, because I'm just kind of like ragdolling at this point, as she was doing it, because it was resting on her shoulder, my hand gently caressed her cheek, and my body continued to just be ragdoll. It was going with it. My brain was going, oh my god, like what happened? Like, is she gonna think you're weird? Like, like my brain was freaking out, and like I'm just trying to like remain perfectly calm. Like, yeah, that didn't happen. That totally didn't happen at all. My brain was freaking out, and also like filled with sinus pressure, so like not feeling great. So,
oh my god.
I've never had that happen before, and I didn't know how to respond, so I just did nothing. I did absolutely nothing, and yeah.
God, that's hilarious.
So yeah, kids, if you're getting a massage and they're manipulating your arm, you just be as tense as possible and try to keep it away from where you think their face is.
Don't keep it tense, but yeah. Oh, that's fucking incredible. Several things we need to address. I've stayed on the screen because I need, as soon as Dr. Lady disappears from this corner right here, I'm even moving out of the way. There's a power strip on the floor right here. Okay? Stream can see it. I'm pointing right here. There's a power strip. I need y'all to look at it. This cannot, there's so many things. There's a lot going on over here. So we're gonna start with that. I'm hoping she disappears at some point. Look at that!
Oh, I saw it. That's horrifying. That's
so much stuff. The second thing, the chat got unhinged. You started talking about the massage thing, and then Farron's like, oh, I had a guy ask me to give him a massage on the first date. And I was like, first of all, yeah, yikes on bikes for that. And then the chat has just like, we escalated about first date things that have been said. Ashley's just buck wild. Carl had someone propose to him before they even went on a date. What is happening?
I need to get caught up. I was just so engrossed with my story.
Yeah, it was.
This is why I'm not a
very
professional streamer.
Good. It was
Chat.
a very good story. I was even just you were telling the story while I saw that surge protector, and then I also saw what's happening in chat. And I was like, this is too many. This is too many things. I am overstimulated right now.
Was that something that someone said on a first date as well?
Probably. I'm fortunate. I didn't have a lot of first dates. I like to think it's because I had a very discerning palate, and I was just like, you suck, you suck, you suck. Okay, we'll try this. So I think there was only ever one first date I went on with someone who I did not then later go on to, like, date. I think we had, like, that was the one I was like, yeah, we'll do it. Oh.
Uh-oh. Hey, what happened?
The game crashed.
Even, it was because the surge protector?
I'm not even touching anything. Here's the problem. I don't think we've saved it all tonight.
Oh, Jen.
So I think we're going to do a lot of just flying through a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
The game just crashed.
boy.
I can't even restart it. I just tried to relaunch it and it went right back down.
Oh, man. You must have got my bad, like, internet juju over there.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, it won't even restart. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna turn on some music and we're just gonna have story time while I try to, like, restart things. Oh.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. We're gonna do story time. Everyone's talking about first dates. So I don't actually have a bad first date story, which is I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't have fun stories to tell about bad first dates. I do have a really fun first date, and it's how I met my wife. But here we'll make this a game for chat. I would like chat to guess that of all of the first dates I had, what could possibly be the weirdest place that I met someone. I first met the person who I would eventually go on a first date with. So I was in high school, so that's the context. I was in high school. Where could I have met a person that I thought we thought there would be chemistry and we would decide to go on a date? And we'll let you do that while Jen is problem solving. But yeah, like my wife, I think I've told the story before. We met on a very blind date on a Friday the 13th. And we actually just had our 8-year anniversary yesterday.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. You know, the traditional 8-year anniversary gift is bronze, which, like, how do you give bronze to someone? Do you fashion it into like a Bronze Age sword and like, here, this was really cool 4,000 years ago. Okay, so Farron says the dressing room of a Chili's.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. Carl, some fast food place, Pathos, Chuck E. Cheese, Flashfire, TGI Fridays, Metrics Pizza. You know what? I think Farron poisoned the well with the food place because everyone is going for that right now.
Okay, you were in high school.
I was in high school.
You were in high school. I mean, like, I don't feel like you would bring it up if it was kind of like an expected thing. So...
Ooh, laser tag arena. That's a good guess, Pathos. Ooh, banana emergency room. Also good one.
Also very good.
I'm much too risk adverse to end up in the ER though, even to this day. A family reunion. I live in Pittsburgh, not West Virginia, Farron.
Oh, that would be that was a choice.
Yeah, West Virginia, where the Hallmarks have Uncle Dad and Aunt Mom sections.
Oh, God. Let's see. I'm trying not to go to food things. I'm trying to not fall into that trap now that it's been established. Shit, yeah, I don't know.
So, a girl I date
while you're getting your permit.
Oh, that's actually not close, but you're on the right track.
Okay.
So the girl I dated my senior year of high school, I met her in an SAT prep class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she sat next to me in an SAT prep class that we did on Saturdays because, we all needed to improve our SAT scores. And yeah, I gave her my number and she called me and we went on a date.
All right.
Yeah. We went here. I'm going to date myself here. We went to see the original Shrek in the movie theater.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I old.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No, that was a different date. We went to see Elf. We went to see Elf in the theater, which is
God.
still just as old. But
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't date at all in high school. Not for lack of trying. But yeah, the only that one date that I went on with somebody that I did not go on to date later. Like, we did the one thing and I was like, yeah, I'm good. That's the only first date, and I don't know if these two sentences are related now that I say it like this. It's the only first date where I also feel like I embarrassed myself. We went out to dinner. We were in college, went out to dinner, and I don't know what it was about that particular day, but it was just one of my clumsy days. Within the first 10 minutes of being at the restaurant, I had managed to knock over my water cup, so there was just water everywhere, so we both had wet laps. And then also something happened where it was one of those places where they're like, here's your wad of silverware, like already wrapped up in the napkin. And it came with it was like, here's the fork, here's the knife, and here's like the knife in case you get like meat or whatever. And I was just trying to move that knife out of the way, but I didn't pick it up right. And so then it was kind of like loose in my hand and I freaked out. And so I kind of stabbed myself with it a little bit while I was trying to catch it. Because I hadn't at that point learned my chemistry lab rules of if something's falling, just let it go. It was a time. It was a time. Anyways, yeah. He was a real champ about it.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Maybe you did learn the chemistry lesson all too well because you let him drop too.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, Liz has a count of the tutorials for us while I try to relaunch the game.
Okay, here we go.
Come on. It's refusing.
Oh boy.
That's bad. I fully closed out all processes. The only thing I haven't done is restart my computer. 166? No. There's 166 tutorials. James, you have to admit that's too many. That's
a few more than gross.
That's
both literally and figuratively.
I just manually counted them. What? Okay.
That's throughout the whole game. So if the game, at the rate you're playing, Jen, if you finish this game in 166 hours, that's one tutorial an hour. That doesn't sound bad.
That's awful. There should not be one tutorial an hour. Liz, I have to ask, was there a tutorial that told me that little symbol meant people were there? I need to know. I am out of ideas. I'm gonna try this one more time while I can see this screen. I'm gonna see if anything spikes. Right now, a lot of my usage is higher than normal, which is a little concerning. Although I guess I haven't checked it while I'm on a Discord call. That is something special to this. All right. That's at that percent. Okay.
Like, I can see you playing it in Steam right now. Like, I'm getting...
Oh, okay. Not like... I thought you were about to say, like, on Discord, and I was gonna be like, when I have more questions. Okay.
Yeah, no, like, I'm seeing the icon pop up in Steam. It's like, you are playing...
Yeah, if I hit play, the window pops up, it stays black, like it's loading, and then it just goes away again. Okay. We have two choices. We can either stay on this screen and just have a chill talking time for a while, or I can kill the stream and restart my computer and hope that brings it back.
Well, I mean, I figure we have chill conversation streams every Persona night.
I mean, also that, but like, there's a difference between like we're just gonna hang out and just chatting, or if I try to get the game back. But here's the other thing too: is that like, yeah, it's been a hot second since I've saved, so we're gonna have to. We're not gonna make any progress tonight. That's for sure. When I get back into it, it's just gonna be trying to like rapid fire through things.
Well, you know, you actually have the unique opportunity to do different things. Like, if you didn't want to hang out with the twins, if you want to, like, hang out with other people, like, you now know the future for a day.
It's true. God, I gotta remember all the things I did to clear them. I know I went and got the information on the guy causing fights in Kichijoji or whatever the fuck. I keep trying to say Kokichi. That's not it. That's a Danganronpa character.
You could just call it Kyoko Land. Why not?
Oh, interesting! I just Googled Persona 5 Royal keeps crashing on PC, and there's a thing from just a few days ago.
Oh.
It sounds like something got, like, updated. Okay.
How dare.
No, not that. Okay. Anyways, there is a tutorial for the rail map icon thing. Fuck. God damn. Okay.
You know,
Okay. I found a thing about how I like go to properties and stuff in the actual file, so.
Well, while you're doing that, chat, I had someone get upset at me earlier this week for something that, you know, in retrospect, I realized could be a thing, but at the time I didn't think it was a thing. I like to give voices to the voiceless, like pets, dogs, cats. You know, like if there's like a little French bulldog, I like to give it a little voice, like, oh, I'm looking for something, something like that. I did that with my neighbor's dog, and they looked at me completely serious and goes, "That's not my dog's voice." And I'm like, "Oh, sorry."
Weird. That's a weird thing to say. Okay.
Yeah, it is a weird thing to say. I'm like, "Oh, like," and I was like, "I have to ask, like, what is your dog's voice?" I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty close to what I thought I did, but I wasn't about to throw stones at my neighbors for it. So, but that was the first time I've ever had someone go like, that's not the voice my dog has.
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's like I love pets as much as the next person, but that's taking love to a whole new level.
Well, these instructions were like, go here and disable this. It's already disabled, so that's not great. Fucking fuck. Okay.
I panicked a moment. Ashley said Jen's face journey is so fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, I saw the J and the S. I'm like, James' face journey is so fun to watch, and yeah, which is really scary because I have a Post-it note over my camera because I'm one of those people.
Nice. My laptop actually has a built-in little slider to cover it. Nice.
That's what they want you to think, Jen.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Sassy, I don't know if I can actually do it. So she has brought up, I feel like I took a screenshot of it, of this part of the conversation while I'm waiting for something's verifying. Okay, so we'll try that. It validated my save files. Once upon a time, my sister sent me a text that said stabbies with a very specific emoji face next to it. And it was in response to a piece of media I had already watched, and so she was catching up on it and sending me her reactions to it. And I lost it because in my head I could hear what this sounded like. Even though it was just in text form. And this was a year ago? Longer? I don't remember anymore. But it came up again yesterday because something else happened. I was like, and now I'm thinking about stabbies. And I'm gonna post the screenshot of the conversation that happened in the general Discord. Because I have a voice for what this sounds like, despite the fact that it was never spoken and it's neither of our voices. And it's so specific and I don't think I can recreate it. Okay, I'm gonna hit launch, please. Please? Please? I'm a god! Alright, now
Yay.
I'm not enough of a god to, have saved. So, let's see. God, have I saved it all tonight? Have I saved it all? We're gonna find out. Alright, I'm gonna kill the music.
Who would have thought that that command that we impromptu added on Saturday would come in handy today?
Right? Alright! Shit. Shit, everybody.
Alright, you ready to blitz through? I mean, what has it been, 1 day? We can do this. Let's blitz through it, Jen. Share your screen. Let's do this. Now, you know, well, you want? I'm gonna let my ignorance lead me. I'm just gonna make wild demands without any concept of. Well, if we're...
One can hear me. That's the thing that muted. There we go. I gotta figure out why it keeps muting my mic. That's the other problem too.
I could hear you the whole time.
You could hear me. It keeps muting it specifically in OBS, and I have no idea why. And that happened at the beginning of the stream, but I caught it. But because I'm clicking on so many things right now, I lost it. Anyways, you're not going to see anything new. Chat. Okay, let's see. I started here. Hey, Electric Spice, what's up? Since you just joined, you should know that my game just crashed and I hadn't saved it all tonight. So we're literally just I'm just blitzing through the things I did. Which was... Okay.
Still, it's the 6th, so it was the 7th that you...
So what did I do? 'Cause I remember when I left this, it's raining outside. I tried to go do the cat thing and I couldn't do it.
So you went to Kyokoville to find out about the old guy, right?
I think I tried to do... Did that one... That one I have to do at night, so I didn't do that with my afternoon. I think with my afternoon, because it was raining, I went and studied at the diner. That's what I did. Okay.
And then you leveled up your smarts.
And I leveled up my smarts.
Okay, so go level up your smarts.
Yes, we're gonna go do that, and then at night I went to the place and I found out about the old guy. So there we go.
Okay.
Okay, woo!
We can do this.
All right.
I think there should be a button to auto-advance conversations. No, not that one. It's whatever the fast-forward one is.
I think you can only fast-forward things if you've seen it before.
Oh.
And since I haven't saved, I haven't seen it before.
Oh. I've seen it 4 times already.
It's that button. There we go. Okay, it's that button, not the button that says forward. It's something else. So that's good. So we do that, and then my smarts go up. Okay, great.
Oh, who could have seen that coming?
Christ. Okay. And so then from here, I go to the place and find out about the old guy. So.
Your phone's going pee-pee.
My phone is going pee-pee. Yeah, we're just... Holy shit. This is great. So
this is how you should play the game. This is how you should play the game going forward.
That would be great. All right. Random things that are on my list for the evening. Which feels important, or not important, which feels relevant to this shit all going on. James, I'm gonna ask you a question that's gonna sound a little bit weird, because I'm intentionally giving it to you without context.
42.
Okay, great. What if you have an appointment at 11?
Okay.
11 in the morning.
11 in the morning. Okay.
I will give you some specific. It's like you have an appointment with let's say a doctor that you've never been to before. This is your first time with them. Okay.
New doctor. Hey, I know the CPT code for first time visit of a new doctor on medical billing. Anyway, go on.
Incredible.
It's 99253, by the way. If you're ever looking at your EOB.
Now everyone knows. Is this what I want? Yes. How do you do your time math around that information?
Okay, time math. So there are two different ways that I would approach this. Most doctors' offices will let you do an online check-in the day before, like filling out all of your like personal information, like emergency contacts, medical history, all that stuff through their web portal. So if they do that, I would probably still show up maybe about 10 minutes early.
Okay.
If they don't have that, I would probably show up 15 minutes early, because I'm assuming the doctor's never going to be on time anyway, especially at 11 o'clock. They're probably already behind a little bit. So if I get there like quarter till, that will probably give me enough time to fill out the stuff on the clipboard, get everything. It will probably be after 11, but I don't think I was going to see them any sooner than 11:15 anyway.
So that's your entire thought process about that.
Yep.
Okay. So here's what I figured out.
Okay.
Is apparently what you do is what a normal person does.
Oh, I haven't been called normal in a long time, but thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Because if I have an 11 o'clock appointment, my brain instantly goes, okay, it's a brand new thing. Yes, I have done all the stuff the night before, but there's always going to be that clipboard of stuff they make me refill out. Like, every time I've had to go to a new doctor, I fill out all the stuff ahead of time online, but they also have me do another form when I get there that's mostly the same shit, and I don't understand why. But anyways, I'm like, okay, my appointment's at 11. And yes, they will probably be running late, but also I know if I'm not there within that first, like, 10 minutes, they just give your appointment away. Anyways, doesn't matter if they were actually ready for me or not. So I'm like, okay, well, I need to be there by 11. I don't know what the parking situation is, so I need to allow for an extra couple of minutes in case I have to park far away for whatever reason, especially because Austin sucks. So I'm like, okay, so I should plan on, like, I want to make sure I arrive by, like, no later than 10:45 to give me some buffer, so that way then if I need to park and then walk and get through a building and an elevator and whatever, we're okay. So it's like, okay, it was 10:45. So if I need to be there by 10:45, Google Maps says I'm, like, 20 minutes away. So that would mean I need to leave at, like, 10:25. So I should plan for, like, 10:20, because we all know at 10:20 is when I'll go, oh, shit, I need to put my shoes on. So it's like, okay, I'll do that and I'll leave by 10:25. But, like, if I plan on leaving at, like, 10:20, I also, like, I'm like, I know it'll take me at least, like, 30 minutes to get ready in the morning. So I was like, okay, that's 9:50. But, like, if I don't get up when my alarm first goes off, and I want to make sure, like, I have some time to, like, in case the dogs are being ornery about going outside. So I should really aim for, like, 9:30. So I should set my alarm for 9. I should set my alarm for 9 to make sure I'm there for my 11 o'clock appointment. And if I do the appointment, it should be relatively short, because I have a very specific question. We still have to do all the normal intake stuff. And then they're going to be running late. So, like, let's say, at best case scenario, I get in there at 11:15. I've talked with the nurse about all my stuff that I already filled out. So that'll be 11:30. I probably won't see the doctor until like 11:45. I probably won't even leave there until noon. And now, for anything I need to do after that, it should be about 20 minutes away, but it's like, I'm supposed to go to, like, work after that. I'm going to need to eat before I get there. So I need to add extra time for me to get to where, like, go and get food and actually, like, eat it and be able to do that while I deal with traffic. So if for my 11 o'clock appointment, I need to make sure my alarm is set at 9, and then I know I will not be able to get to anywhere else and do anything else with my day until probably at least, like, 1:30.
Now, okay, so I consider those things too. I thought you were just talking about the actual, like the actual doctor's office itself. So, like, I recently had to go to a new doctor, and his office is in the outpatient wing of a local hospital. So, you know, I looked up the address of, you know, where the hospital is, you know, looked it up on Google Maps to see, like, not only just, you know, where it is, but, like, what we're, like, from street view, like, what are landmarks, because I'm very much a landmark-based driver.
Oh, me too. It drives Jeff insane that I'm like that.
Yeah. Oh, he will hate the fact that I give directions by where things used to be. Like some things, like, he could tell, like, that used to be a Pizza Hut. I don't care what vape shop opened up there. That used to be a Pizza Hut. We all know what I'm talking about. Like, I recently had to go to a new doctor office. So, like, I'm looking at Google Maps to, like, there are lanterns, and then extra is going from into a hospital with elevators, and, you know, not knowing exactly where I'm going within the hospital. I built in extra time, but my goal is still to get to the office 15 to 5 minutes early based on whether I've done an online profile already or if I haven't.
So the reason I bring this up is because apparently, like, the amount of individual step thinking that I do is not normal. Like, you're like, oh, well, like, yeah, but you also, like, so much of it is compacted for you. And I'm like, each of these things is such an individual, like, moment for me. And the idea that I'm like, oh, I have an appointment at 11, so I'll be in at 1:30. People are like, what? That's 2.5 hours later. What are you talking about? I was like, well, I'm accounting for traffic and needing to do all these other things. And I'd rather tell you 1:30 and be earlier than tell you noon and be later. And apparently that makes me a crazy person. So I wanted to bring up how people do their time math when you're like, these are the plans I have. And this also is why I have a thing at 11. So like my morning is shot. I can't do anything before that because all these other steps have happened in between. And then Jeff looks at me, he's like, are you okay? And I went, clearly not. So I'm just curious.
I don't think that's weird at all. Like, I appreciate, because Jam will be the first to tell you this. One of the biggest pet peeves I have is being late for anything. Like, especially if I have given my word, and it doesn't need to be like a super formal thing. Like, I hereby agree that I shall arrive at this. Like if I tell someone, hey, I will be there at 2 p.m., I'm gonna be there at 2 p.m.
James, I saved the game.
Way to go. I'm very proud of you. Alright, so Doctor with the
yes,
the surge protector that's gonna erupt.
Yeah. Somebody said it was sparking. I gotta pay attention to that this time. Oh my god, it is! Holy shit! All right. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I think, like, when you mentioned, like, I look at it from a more compact view. I think of it kind of like how I look at a chessboard.
Oh,
like when I'm.
This is where we were at before. I've caught up already.
Yeah, you caught up in 5 minutes.
That's how much fucking around we do. I skipped some dialogue. This right here, this one is. He seemed to at least know my name though. That's the last thing I saw before everything died.
Yeah. So, chat, we can get through this game quickly. Jen just chooses not to.
God. I mean, I did literally speed through all of the dialogue, but anyways.
Yeah. But like, I look at my time management very similar to how I look at a chessboard. Like, if I'm moving Queen's Knight in an opening move, I'm not just thinking about the opening move. I'm thinking about the Knight's move, and then the other player's response to that, or if they're just going to totally ignore it, and then like what the next 3 moves are based on basically the decision tree of what the opponent does. So, like, when I'm like, I'm going to the doctor's office, I'm already considering travel time. Is it a new place? Am I familiar with it? Have I already filled out my information? Like, all of that just like happened in, at least for me, mentally, one fell swoop. That it's not just moving the knight, it is moving the knight and the pawn, and then positioning the bishop and waiting to see what the opposing player is doing. At least that's how it works in my head.
Yeah, you brought it up. People being late is like probably my #1 pet peeve. And for like a while I couldn't figure out like a good way to like first of all, I don't like that this fucking rank ability is called sterilization. Can we just talk about that for a second? What the fuck?
Gotta clean your wounds.
And just like being like, people being late, I was like, feels disrespectful. So I'm like, that bothers me. And now I've been able to like get to a point where I'm like, oh, there's actually a number of things that all bother me, including being late, being the biggest offender, that all kind of tie into the same core thing, where I finally been able to like figure out what the core of it is. And it's the idea that like time is the one resource that is absolutely finite for everyone. You have the time that you have. There is never getting any of it back. Once the time has passed, that's it.
We just need to travel the speed of light, and make the Earth spin the other way like in Superman 4, and then we could go back in time.
God. Even traveling, I need to point out, traveling the speed of light will just slow it down. Doesn't go backwards. So, but anyways, we're not doing
If we put two black holes next to each other.
Look, if we want to, we are too late into an evening for science time. If you want to talk about what happens if two black holes consumed each other, we can save that for another time.
That's where the first Ouroboros came from.
It would be, oh boy. We're not doing it. I'm so tempted. We're not gonna. If everybody wants to talk about that, we'll do that next week.
I'd like to point out that Pathos fell into my trap. I deliberately said the wrong Superman movie to see which nerd would be the first one to speak up, and Pathos was that nerd.
Fun fact, I don't actually know if I've seen any Superman movies.
Hey Jen.
Mm-hmm.
You're missing much.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the vibe I got, was why I didn't do it. So, what was I actually talking about? I got distracted by the black holes. Oh, time being finite. So it's like, if somebody wastes, like, stuff, like, yes, it might be a royal pain in the ass to be like, it's like, I need to replace that. You wasted money that, like, that can feel finite, but, like, kind of isn't. Like, everything else is fluid and something reclaimable to a certain extent. And time just flat out isn't. And if somebody is, like, if you've agreed on doing a thing at a time, I have set aside that time for you. And if you are late, you didn't waste any time. You wasted time, like, you don't get all the time dedicated to the thing anymore, but you didn't lose any time. You still experienced all of your time. But if you're 15 minutes late, there was 15 minutes where I was stuck in limbo, and that time is gone. Mm-hmm. And there is no realm in which I get to do anything else with that time. And I think that's why it bothers me so much and why it feels so disrespectful. It's like the one thing that is ultimately the most precious, you were just like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah. No, and I get that. And I'm gonna yes and that on the disrespect train. Because for me, another pet peeve of mine is like being late is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. The other one I have is being talked over or interrupted. Now I understand, like in like a streaming, like what we're doing right now, or like being on, working remote, there might be a little bit of latency and a delay. I get that. But like in person, if I am saying something and someone interrupts and talks over me, like for me, it's not just like, oh, you're just being disrespectful. The reason it's disrespectful is that is, in a way, you are communicating to everyone else that what you have to say is more important than whatever is currently being said. That your time is being wasted by the thing that someone else is saying right now, and you have to get your thought out there. And it's the same thing with being late, that your time is more precious than anyone else's time. Your thoughts are more important thoughts than anyone else's. And that's no bueno for me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the talking over thing is like definitely like in person. I'm like, fuck right off. I try to give it a little bit more grace in situations where there's tech involved between like Zoom and Discord and whatever, just because I'm like, between lag and things just buffering. So it's like, even if I was in the middle of talking, maybe like it sounded like I stopped, so somebody could I try to give it more grace there. There are some times where it's like, oh no, this is a consistent you problem. Like, this is not, you don't get grace anymore. But yeah, in person, like, for sure. And it's also, I also struggle a little bit with the idea of being like in person, interrupting somebody, talking over them, fuck all that. But also I know what it's like to be like, oh, I need them to finish their thought, but I'm very excited about a thing they just said, and I feel like I want to, like, piggyback off of that and, like, amplify it, and being like, I'm excited about the thing, I have to wait until they're done. I think they're done. Okay, and it's like my perception of what counts as a pause versus what is them being done, like, that shrinks, and I don't do it on purpose, but I'm just like, I was like, that, I have a related thing. I'm gonna wait. They took a breath. I think they're done. I think they're done. I can talk now. Shit, they weren't done. And now I'm just like, I didn't mean to, I promise. My brain thought you were done, but it did a time dilation thing. So and your breath was enough for my brain to go, they've completed their thought now.
No, I do the exact same thing. I have like that exact same like mental gymnastics I need to do. It's like the same way like when you're getting massage and you lightly glance the person's face, like, oh boy, like my mind is spinning right now. But like what I will like, I am trying to get better at like doing like a physical gesture, like you know, like not quite raising a hand, but you know, making some sort of physical gesture that like I'm waiting for a pause to get something in, so it's not just like I am ambushing you with my thought from being like completely still, you know. And I'm trying to get better at that as well, but you know, goals.
Oh my fuck.
You know, I appreciate people who raise their hand. Like, if I'm talking and someone raises their hand, I don't think that's silly or childish. I respect that because I can mentally queue up like, okay, I'm gonna wrap up my story and like cut the fat so that they can get their thought in, because I do sincerely appreciate that.
I am absolutely a raise your hand person. I've done that. We'll be like playing board games and there's a lot of discussion going on and I'll just be like, I'm just gonna wait. And some people have been like everyone will stop talking immediately and like look at me. And it's like, this is me specifically trying not to interrupt. This is just me saying like, I have a thing when we're all good. I'm not trying to like stop anything. It feels like a really weird place to be in. I'm absolutely on team raise your hand. Which I think is, let me, hold on, everyone's gonna lose audio for a second because I gotta look. I'm just looking real quick at who's all in the chat. I feel like I'm okay. I don't know what everybody's the Twitch names are at this point. It's one of the things that's driving me crazy in the other D&D campaign that I joined is that we don't play with cameras on. It's just voice.
Oh no.
So there's zero visual cues for anything. So when everybody gets going about something, if you're not willing to step in and step over people and just start talking when somebody else is talking, I literally went 2 hours without saying anything in a 3-hour game because everybody else was just going. Because there was no way to be like, I have a thing that I would like to say, add to the conversation, do whatever. And not having any visual cues for a voice communication is fucking brutal. So it's been a little bit rough. It was a little bit better this last week. Instead of 6 players, we only had 4, and that felt a little bit more fluid. 6 players is a fucking lot to have no visual cues.
That it is. Yeah, I'm definitely a keep your camera on, even if you're having like bad hair day or like you don't really want to be on camera. Like,
yeah,
like it helps. It helps immensely, especially with a very social game like D&D.
Yeah.
But so you know, Jen, I know you know this, but chat, I'm going to be running a D&D game with my longtime group of friends because our DM needs a break. And I'm kind of excited to step back into it, so I'm going to require cameras on. I'm also requiring them to learn Pathfinder 2nd Edition, which they're mostly excited about to try something new. Yeah, there's a lot of things in Pathfinder 2e that I like. I would say 80% of it is like if you know 5th Edition D&D, you're going to feel right at home with Pathfinder. It's like, you know, making a save. What's a DC? You know, what's a skill check? You know, how to prepare and cast spells. Like that's the 80% of the mechanics are similar, and the 20% are functionally the same, but just a little different. Like here's a perfect example, Jen. If I were to ask you, what are the different action economy you can have on a player's turn? What are the things that you could normally do on a turn, like mechanically?
Movement, action, bonus action, reaction, not on your turn.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So what Pathfinder 2nd Edition is that they give you 3 actions and a reaction every turn. You can use your 3 actions however you want to. If you want to do a move, attack, if you want to do attack, move, or attack, Pathfinder gives you that choice, and there's a little bit of diminishing return if you attack. You have
This is the worst time for you to get robot-y because you have my attention in a way you have not had my attention before talking about this Pathfinder shit.
Okay. When did I start going robot-y?
You said that there's diminishing returns?
Yes.
And I need you to elaborate on that.
Okay, so like as a way of balancing so that you don't, like, if you position yourself in the previous turn, your next turn you can do attack.
Okay.
At low levels, at high levels, there are diminishing returns. So if you attack, you just do your normal attack. If you attack again, the attack modifier is -5. So like if you now you can mitigate that, like if you're using a weapon that has a feature in it called agile, it's only -4 on the second attack, and then there are certain classes or feats you can pick up to further mitigate that.
Okay.
Even lower. So it's a way of disincentivizing you from doing it like in the early game, but then like when you hit mid to late game, you will probably have picked up feats in your class that make that, you know, negligible. Like you could do like attack, like you would like a fighter would be able to in 5th edition at high levels. It would functionally be the same, but you have that option at low levels. Like if you have like an unconscious, like if you're catching someone who's asleep and they don't have like their full AC, you could in theory go to town on them. Or, and you'll like this, if you play a class that is like there's a class called Magus, Magus, yeah, however you want to pronounce it. They do spells and melee attacks. So if you wanted to use one action to do a melee attack, and then you wanted to do one action to cast a spell, you could, and there would be the diminishing returns are still there, but you can mix spells and melee attacks as well. So the freedom is on you, but they've built in some, roadblocks, like usually in the early game so you can't abuse it. But yeah, there's nothing stopping you from doing move, like 30-foot movement, attack, or attack. Oh, the thing is dead. Okay, now I'm going to move, and then I'm going to do another attack when I made it to the next enemy. So I love that, because I mean that's functionally what move, action, reaction. It's the same thing, except they just stripped away the names of it. It's like you can do whatever you want with it.
I have
which
a
I think
very important question.
Yes.
How does that fit in with spellcasting? Like
how does
does Pathfinder still have spell slots? Can you burn more than one slot? Like, can I cast multiple spells? I'm gonna guess not, but I need you to say that.
Yes, with an asterisk. There are certain spells that cost 2 actions to cast.
Okay.
So if you have a spell, usually cantrips are 1 action. So if you have a first level spell that what would be a good for like magic missile? That's a great first level spell.
Shitty spell. It's an awful fucking spell. Is magic missile different in Pathfinder?
It is.
Okay, then maybe it's not shitty in Pathfinder. In D&D 5th edition, magic missile sucks ass.
So let's use magic missile as an example because you feel passionately about it.
Doing this on purpose.
I know. So it costs 2 actions to cast. So you could move into position and then cast, or you could cast and then move out of the way. Or if you're already in a good position, you can cast. You could burn your 2 actions to cast a spell, and then maybe you have a cantrip that only costs 1 spell or 1 action. Okay. You can absolutely cast that with no negative, unless they're both attacks. So like if one is magic missile is an automatic hit. So like if it's like a scorching ray and an acid arrow, those are both targeted rolls that you can miss. You would get that -5 penalty unless you have feats.
Unless excited.
Yeah, unless you have feats, and there are certain feats for certain mage classes.
You almost had me based on this conversation. You almost got me right there.
There's more. Would you like to hear other fun things you could do in Pathfinder that you can't do in D&D.
Sure. I mean, that didn't sound like something I could do in Pathfinder that I can't do in D&D. It sounds like the exact same fucking restrictions I have currently. But but go ahead.
There are feats and classes that mitigate it. Like the Magus class is it's a melee fighter that casts spells. If you have a touch spell, you for 2 actions you can make a melee attack and a spell attack simultaneously. So like if your melee attack connects, the touch spell automatically goes off.
Interesting.
It's one of my favorite classes to play in Pathfinder. I'm very passionate about it. So one of the things you can do in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is that they have critical successes and critical failures that are not 100% tied to rolling a nat 20 and a nat 1. If you exceed a DC by 10 or more, it is considered a critical success regardless of what the number on your d20 is. So if you had a DC lockpick of 10 and you rolled a dirty 20 total, it would be considered a critical success. And then in the campaign, there might be additional effects that happen. You can also crit on characters if you exceed their AC by 10 or more. So like if you're like getting low-level mob rushed who have like ACs of 11 and you roll a 21, that's considered a crit even if you don't roll a nat 20. Which I think is great for making your character feel like, you know, you can handle the trash mobs that come your way. I think it's a nice little
Yeah, I like that there's more than one way to crit. That's
yeah.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I see.
Yeah, that was a rough crossword.
You did great. You did great.
I got to the point where it's like I managed to eventually figure out what the other ones were. I'm like, okay, what letters do I have left and what makes sense for where they could go? And then I got enough of them put in place where I'm like, this has to be a vowel and I only have A's left, so do that. Okay, I have S and M, and I was like, well, that's not a word. I flip them. Oh, that's a word. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the last thing I'll say on Pathfinder 2nd Edition. There's a new class that they've introduced in 2nd Edition that if I were a player, I would 100% play, and it's called Investigator. So imagine a ranger who is good at tracking animals and things in the wild. The investigator is the person equivalent of that. They are good at tracking people, and in combat, they're good at focusing on a target. One of the things that they could do at first level is, I forget the name of the actual ability, but it's basically like study an opponent. It costs 1 action. When you study an opponent, you roll a d20, just flat. Whatever the result of that d20 is, you have to use that as your attack roll if you attack them that turn. If you attack them that turn that you've studied them, you get to do basically sneak attack damage. It's a 1d6 at the first level, and then every 4 levels it becomes 2d6, 3d6. Now here's the thing. You don't have to attack them. If you roll a nat 2, you can choose to use your other 2 actions to go somewhere else, to attack a different character, or maybe to do an interaction like, you know, I'm going to open this door, or I'm going to do something else. Or like if you roll a nat 20, you're like, okay, I'm going to book it over to you because not only am I know I'm going to get a nat 20 on you, but then that 1d6 triggers, and then that's doubled because of the critical hits.
Interesting.
So like from a planning perspective, it's awesome, and they have a lot of abilities to help out in exploration. Like if you're like you set like an NPC, like I am tracking this person, you functionally have advantage on like anything that could have been left as a trail to like, help out in the exploration part of the Pathfinder game, which is also really cool. Like they try to make every class viable in combat, in exploration, and in downtime, and I very much appreciate that from the from gameplay. Like this is the last thing, I promise. Healing can be tied to magic and potions, but if you are trained in healing and you have a healer's kit, you can use like during exploration time, you can roll a medicine check or a healing check against a particular DC, and based on how high the roll is, you can heal yourself or a party member for like 2d8, 3d8, based on like how high your how high your roll is. So like even a fighter who has no magic to their name can be healing people while doing dungeon delving or like doing exploration while other people are scouting or disabling traps. So they try to make sure that everyone has something to contribute at every stage of the game, and it's not just like one person's like, all right, I explore the room, I listen for anything, I look for traps. So like other people have stuff to do while the scouts are doing their stuff.
First of all, I ate the burger. Second of all, it sounds like Pathfinder is great for people who like playing melee classes. It sounds like it's fucking great for that. Because right now, I would say one of the major drawbacks for probably D&D 5th edition is that, like, a barbarian is really good in combat at hitting things. And then outside of that, not a lot. And this sounds like Pathfinder gives a lot more opportunity for people who like to play martial classes. I should have said martial, not melee. Martial classes, like, there's a lot of opportunity for that. I'm a spellcaster, bitch. This does not sound good for me.
Some of the things that they let you do in exploration, detect magic
Congratulations.
doesn't consume spell slots in exploration. A lot of your non-combat spells, if you're not directly in combat, the rules as written, they do not consume spell slots. They basically treat them all as ritual spells, so that you can still function, like magic classes can still function in exploration to do things that melee classes can't do, like the detect magic, divination, augury, all of that stuff. Those all functionally become rituals during exploration, so that you can still contribute in unique ways that even the martial classes couldn't.
How did I just gain knowledge from eating this giant fucking burger?
Well, you're like, I never want to do that again.
I mean,
and
that's fair.
knowledge.
That is knowledge. Oh god, what's happening? Wait, what? Okay, I got proficient in burger eating.
I mean, that's one way to get
All right.
proficiency.
I mean, like, damn, yo. Cool.
Good night, Sassy.
Oh, guys, I say, yeah, we'll probably be wrapping up here soon. Dear fucking lord. You can't even see me in the train. There's too many people this time.
Still that kid playing his Vita. Good for him.
I mean, yeah, like, A+, man. Live your best life. Oh, they just said there's a detective on the train. Shit.
What do you think
Shit.
about that?
We're probably getting close to the end here. God, what? I'll hang on to those things. James, I have another very important question. Very similar to the whole, like, how do you do time math when you're, like, thinking about an appointment and how it affects your day. How do you organize the apps on your phone?
How do I organize the apps on my phone?
Like, are they just all... Like, there's always... Like, there's the locks... Like, the first screen that pops up after you put in your password. And then, like... And then there's where you can put, like, kind of, like, the main apps that you use. And then you can get to the other screen where it's like, here's other ones. Like, how is your shit organized?
My main screen is...
Drink water.
Clock, drink water, calendar, phone, messages, contacts, and map.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other panel is mostly empty, actually, but I have 4 folders for, like, social media apps, for handy apps, so, like, banking apps, flight apps. I have one for music, and I have one for games. The social media one is on the far right because that's the easiest for my thumb to get to, and then the apps within each folder, the ones that I use most, are on the far right, which again is the closest for my thumb to get to.
Okay. Anytime Jeff gives me his phone to, like, do something on, I can never find anything on his fucking screens. My screen is, like, when I first unlock it, the only thing that's on there is the clock. It's the clock, and then there's, like, a tiny little bit of text. It's like, hey, here's the current weather. Where it's like, right now it says it's 71 degrees, mostly clear. At 10 o'clock at night, that's kind of insane. And I have to swipe to the side to get to what I consider my main apps. And I have just 8 things on there, and they're not even, like, and they're, like, in the middle of the screen with, like, an empty row in between. It's very, very modern. And then I can
Very
swipe.
sleek.
Yes, and then I can swipe and get to like the rest of them. And it's like at that point, I'm like, okay, cool. There is like all the things that I routinely use are on that screen. So it's my calculator and my calendar and my camera and Chrome. And all those things are on there. But I refuse to swipe any further. So anything that doesn't fit on that screen just goes into one big giant folder. I'm like, these are things I technically have to have on my phone and I might open once a month, maybe. So I still need them on here, or there are things my phone insists I have to have. And they're just all in that folder. I have no further folders.
No, and that's not too dissimilar with mine. So like the apps that are on my either my home screen or the second screen are things that I use on a regular basis. Everything else basically goes into the like I need to swipe up to like look at total apps, and then even then I have a search bar to like search for the one thing I need it like once every other month.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeff's is... I don't know how to explain it. It feels like if Ashley Johnson organized your apps.
Oh, you put that evil on something.
It's the only way I can describe it. Like, they're at least still in, like, an alphabetical order in whatever other order they're in. But, like, it feels like if you were like, here's my phone, Ashley Johnson, organize my apps, and this is what would come out of it. That's what it feels like. Anyways.
Yeah, no, like I'm very big into not having a cluttered phone.
Yeah.
Because there's really like on a daily basis I probably use 6 apps, and Discord's one of them. Maybe text message, maybe Twitter when it's not a dumpster fire, which is it is what it is today. And
Well said.
like the other 3 like might be Spotify to listen to music. So yeah, like I only probably use 6 apps.
I think
On a regular basis.
I think Carl's about to do psychic damage to all of us.
No, he should not send a screenshot of his phone.
I feel like
That's a privacy issue, Carl.
I feel like he's gonna send us a screenshot, and we're gonna all lose our collective minds. But then we're also gonna see how many unread notifications he has on his email, on his texts, on all of the things. There's gonna be so many badges everywhere, and it's gonna be a problem.
I have a big old 0 on my inbox, and I like to keep it that way.
I have a 0. I keep my business email and my personal professional email. I keep those down. I do have an email address that is my trash one, that it's just like anytime I need to order something or whatever, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna end up on a list I can never unsubscribe from, no matter how many times I hit unsubscribe. So it's like, that one is an absurd number of, quote, unread emails, but they're all spam and junk and ads and whatever, and I don't care. So I just, like, don't have it push that. No, I was just like, that's, I don't care about that one. So that one is insane just because I literally never open it unless I'm looking for an order confirmation. If you ignore that one, yeah, I think I'm routinely, just because of how often I get emails, I'm usually hanging around 20. But, like, it's because, like, I was caught up before the stream started. I can already see I have 8. So it's like, well, I did what I could.
Has anyone figured out that one lone Gmail email that, like, I can never figure out why I have one unread Gmail email?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just perpetually have one unread email, and then when I sort by read unread, it shows up nothing. I'm like, where is this parenthesis 1 coming from? Because it is bugging me.
Nice going.
No, you know what, Carl? I'm not going to look at it. Not going to look at it.
Did he post it?
I'm not going to do it to myself.
I'm going to.
Don't do it, Jen.
If we learned anything from if we learned anything from Saturday, it's that everyone likes watching me be in pain. So I have to look. What is that creature that's on the top of your screen on that first one? Why is your battery so dead? Like, okay, these are both questions I have just on the first screen. Okay, there's a couple of, there's no organization to this. There's no organization. It's not an alphabetical order. It's not, what? Oh God, I looked at the emails. Oh my God. How do you have 10 missed calls you haven't, like, cleared? I would just click. I would just clear it. I would just, and this is and there's more screens. There's more screens, and they're also not in any kind of order. Why do you have 4 clocks and they're on your third screen? What is that? I don't even know what some of these apps are. God, what the fuck, Carl? I don't believe you. You say there's a method to your madness. The method is madness. That's the method. The method is, you know where they are now, so they have to live there forever. Part of the reason I brought it up is because I had to download a new app for a thing. And then it shuffled, like, it went on to, like, what I consider my main screen, which was full, so then it pushed one to by itself. And I was like, no, one of the apps on my main screen has to be downgraded to the folder that is the Abyss. And that's what made me think of all of this stuff. But so now that does mean things after a certain point of the alphabet have shifted in one direction. And so I keep accidentally clicking on where the app used to be, and that's super fun.
I do that all the time.
Also,
and I'm sorry, I just talked over you.
No, you're good. You're totally good. I call it a tech thing, and that was an easy place to think I was done talking, so I'm not worried about it. Can we also talk about the fact that Vimeo and Venmo have identical but opposite logos? Like, their app things, like one is a white square with a blue V in a specific font, and then the other one is the same font, but it's a blue background with a white V. And they're alphabetically next to each other, and I constantly click on the wrong fucking one. And it's stupid, and that should be illegal. Bishop, hi, boo.
Well, you know what? In the spirit of sharing, I shared my home screen with judicious uses of the blackout line.
Sounds like the principal's trying to get info on the
Oh,
students.
voiced.
Why do you think he's doing that?
Well, after we finish this, I think we'll call it.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'll take a screen.
Then it will be cutscene hell immediately after
Oh
we save.
no. Oh, after we save. Okay, God.
Yeah, you'll be able to save.
Yeah, I'll take screenshots of mine in a second. Thank you, Warburg, for bringing up the magic missile meme. I appreciate that. God, it has been a year since Colonel Sanders. Jesus Christ.
Has it really been a year?
Apparently.
That's wild.
Someone managed to hit a quote from it at one point, and yeah, it's right around this time. Yeah, it was like end of March last year. It might have been the 25th. It's somehow been a whole year since that.
We're already 3 months through
event.
23.
Yeah, that's also wild.
Huh? I heard Principal Kobayakawa knew about the sexual harassment too, and just turned a blind eye to it.
Of course he did.
I bet he wants to snuff out any rumors now. Even the volleyball team was told to keep quiet.
That's the worst. So that's what he's using Nijibes Senpai for?
Oh yeah, rumor has it she knew as well. Isn't that horrible? Chick's all noble about it too.
Here's the fun fact. Sharp Student is the same voice actress as Makoto.
Oh,
like,
incredible.
Talking smack about my own character. Isn't that bad? I know, right? And that's been a Persona fun fact.
What is the meaning of this, Principal Kobayakawa? Why did you post that notice?
It was all for your sake.
I hate this man.
I thought the more information you had, the easier your investigation would become.
Like a true person who's been promoted to their level of incompetence. He was just like, oh yeah, I thought this would be easier, and I didn't consult you on it in any way, shape, or form, and I just did it anyways. Thank me.
I know what's best. You're welcome.
Did any information arise about the case I asked you to look into?
No, I have a bunch of other people reporting a bunch of other crimes and shit to me.
Nothing yet. I will pass the details along if anything comes up. Right now, there is a more pressing issue.
Nothing else is more pressing, blah, blah, blah.
It appears there
Those
are
are good
students
impression.
at Shuchen who are being threatened by a criminal organization.
Oh, brah!
A student who saw your posting came to us looking for help. I'd like to request a countermeasure.
Oh, sucks to be. Does her collar say BJ on it?
Maybe.
That's something.
Isn't
It
this some
is.
sort of mistake? I can't believe this would happen to the
I don't know what it
students
stands.
of
I
our
don't know,
academy.
like, in-game what it stands for.
Yeah. Like, it's not the fucking name of the school, which I learned Shujin apparently, depending on how you pronounce it, if you say if the U is shortened, it's husband, so husband academy, that's something. But after you said it, I had to go look at it, it's the exact same spelling, but if you elongate the U, then it's prisoner.
Yeah.
Which, the fact that husband and prisoner are, like, almost the same word, there's a lot to unpack there. But
Yeah,
also,
a lot
either
of-
way, the name of the school is fucking something.
Yeah. A lot to culturally unpack there.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Whew.
Now is no time for such problems. There is still lingering concern regarding the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, that doesn't fucking matter. We got people being threatened by a goddamn criminal organization. That's a big...
We received a request for help.
Yeah, because of your fucking posting, so do something.
I'm rather busy at the moment. If you wish to
So
do
look at me.
something, you
I'm
will
so
need
busy.
to
Doot,
act
doot, I'm
your
typing
own.
on my PC here. Doot, doot, doot,
I
doot.
hate this man.
Sir, are you sure about this? I'm still investigating your case as well.
Yeah, you're not an investigator. You're a goddamn student.
No, she's not just a student. She's a student council president in an anime game. She has all the powers.
Fair, but like also, what the fuck?
My intentions have borne fruit. This criminal organization must be the connecting factor. If you pursue this criminal issue, you'll surely find clues about the Phantom Thieves.
It's a criminal organization, and she is a student. Even if she's got all the power of God in the school, that doesn't mean shit for the police.
That's absurd.
She agrees.
Let's say this rumor is true. Do you intend to ignore those students in trouble?
I hope something terrible happens to this guy by the end of the game.
We'll put
Your
that on the
sister
post-it
would solve
note.
this easily if she were in your position.
Wow! I don't know what's up with the sister, but I know that's a low blow.
My expectations of you are very high. I hope you don't disappoint.
Womp womp.
Oh my fuck.
Indeed. Meanwhile, who's bigger than Madarame? The Pope. Yes, the Pope.
Dude, the Pope's palace would be insane.
You think just on principle it has to be less spectacular than the Vatican because the Vatican is just already, so big.
Yeah, 100%.
Or it's just one for one the Vatican.
That would also be funny. All right, we're able to save. I think we abandon ship now before we get trapped for another hour.
You wish it was just an hour, but yes,
Oh,
yes,
God.
I think that's a good call.
I'm gonna save again just because I'm paranoid after the crash. That was so weird, but I'm glad we figured it out. That's what I want. Okay, that worked. Hey, all the things worked and it didn't mute my mic again. Yay! James,
Jen,
thank you for being here.
thank you for having me and putting up with my technical difficulties.
God, yeah, it really was a night for tech difficulties. Hot damn.